I like that. Roller coaster, wanna let it stop like that. Finish line, flexing.
Grizzly going crazy, nigga.
Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? I remember going to school, never had the latest shoes. You was raised to make it cool, I was raised to make a move. We was playing with different bags, so I kept getting shitted on. It was motivation, telling myself stay patient. Package touchdown, gotta relocate it. If that body got took down, guess it was donated. Plug ain't from round town, but we both native. Yeah, sliding with my body, I got a Joe waiting. Can't let these hoes spend the night, ain't got no home training. Heard your damn mixtape, gave it a low rating. Yeah, streets reply, I look right in a Mercedes. Creep at night, the city lights going brave. She popping it like that is meant for, can't be no road and extendo. Bitch, I put me in the friend zone till she see me in the end zone. Hoes calling from other zip code, trapping hard, I need a flip on this, the new pack, the last one, bingo. Coastal motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Stepping out cool, rock and roll my watch and shoes. They scream wave, ain't bring a pool. Mainstream thing to scream my moves. Jack hit me up like gotta leave round 2. Know what's going on, man, you need it come through. I'm the neighborhood superintendent. Dogs in the den, got the cushion in the kitchen. Look here, baby, I'm on real time. Needle in a haystack, but still shine. Wave guard, grill gold like a face guard. I did a bid and tell them wait for it. Grill gold like a face guard. I did a bid and tell them wait. Tell them. Roller coaster motor at the stoplight, catch me at the finish line flexing. Following the kid like a spotlight, why you keep asking same questions? Roller coaster motor at the. But don't even post it. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. Where you go? Son. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no suitor who give me some motion. Put a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no suitor who keep me some motion. Put a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Should be bad like in no time. Hit a C like it's go time. My bitches in the game like the old line. Hey, and when I come down, you get no shine. Scissors on the backseat like a little kid. Tub been gone for a little minute. Ain't back and forth, I just post a pic with a bankroll, pounds in the mix. I can't parking like pimp. Hey, serving coffee shop him. Hey, got you walking around stiff. Hey, I'll let cash on him. Then put a bag on the cracker, but you put a bag on him. Hey, for black on black violence. Hey, let's go smash on them. I just paid my rent late on the block near Kimbe. Chopper got a little shake, hit the jerk like Ben J. Money calling me today, I'ma pick up every time. Bro just brought a whole bottle, gon' distribute every line. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap, this shit like a airline. Shawty came with her ass like the city had dying. Wi-Fi around the trap. this shit like an airline. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no suitor who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my niggas downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron. She got a nigga, but don't even post it. I pull up with the runs and the potion. Niggas no suitor who keep him some motion. Put a play on a play on a play. Put a bay on a bay on a bay. Screaming free out my bodies upstate. Screaming free out my bodies downtown too. I be high as fuck making LeBron moves. Gotta get up and get up and get up and get it. You working that job or you stuck in the trenches. Cash to be made, so who out here tripping? My cellular phone got a damn chip in it. Wake up, sign for 30 balls. Still in the trap with dirty clothes. You can be different, work my phones. You can be dead and work alone. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. You niggas be trolling, licking on my lips, biting down, bitch, I'm rolling. Square ass body walked up like what my hoe went. In the street shit, keep it real without a trophy. Baby, what's the weather like? Wavy, get the better price. Ice on my left and right wrist, burning megabytes. Rolling up megahertz, feeling like gelling hurts. Nigga, what's your nigga, what's your network? Better find some better work. Better find some. Nigga, what's your net worth? Better find some better work. Look me in my eyes. Shout it. Look me in my eyes. Can you see my vision? Can you? Hey, she'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. Best gas on the north side, tell me what you need. Only sell cat if you selling it for me. Plants ain't ready, I'ma sell them in the spring. 36 bitches, gotta tell them when to leave. Ran up a check, gotta put this in the house. Talking too much, baby, put this in your mouth. Pancakes and eggs, I'm just cooking what I bought. Schedule kinda full, gotta book me when I'm out. Had to tell my dog that his name getting hot. Every kind of tool like a maintenance shop. Put back some bread for the same little spot. 409 miss me so the game still rock. Shit, wait. For me, she'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. She'll be down with God, but she be down with me. Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know what time we on. Um, man, we got some bad news. You know what I'm saying? We got some bad news to report. Some people might look at it as some good news. You know what I'm saying? The games I think are coming to an end. I think the games are coming to an end. Peace and
black power to every living organism on this planet. Peace and black power to every organism, living organism on this planet. Free the real niggas, RP the ancestors, RP the dead homies. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep pushing this information out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay focused with what we're doing. Um, let's stay focused to close out this year. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got 4 months left. Let's stay focused to close out this year. Um, and you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna keep learning every day. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? All right, so if y'all don't know, um, some crazy things been happening to Uncle Umar Johnson um the past couple of weeks. First thing I heard, his remember the last video we did, kids broke into the building. He said, Umar Johnson said, kids broke into the building. You know what I'm saying? He said, basically, um, he basically was saying that kids broke into his building, stuff like that. Now, today we're gonna be getting to the timelines. So today we're gonna get to the facts, how much he owe, what Uncle Umar owe, um, his excuse, when he first bought the school, um, why is the school been on the vacant list for 6 years. It's a whole bunch of stuff that we gonna be reacting to and breaking down today. Um, I got my electromagnetism niggas, my Naga niggas coming on a little later. You know what I'm saying? And it's Thursday. We're gonna get the weekend started early. You know what I'm saying? So alright, so I need all of y'all. I need all of y'all to like, share, and subscribe. Um, before we like, share, and subscribe, um, I need all of y'all to go follow this page on YouTube. If you want to be basically have the correct information and have the correct knowledge when it comes to Uncle Umar scamming, follow this guy right here. His name is Lennon, Lenon space honor, Honor. So follow Lennon Honor. You know what I'm saying? He got all the goods over there on his channel. Man, I think the stream 2 days ago, he said he broke records on the stream. So Uncle Lennon is definitely running it up. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely keeping us informed about the scamming that's going on with this FDMG Academy. All right, so let's go and break this down. Um, I gotta get my good view. Let's go and break this down, and let's get to this information. All right.
Umar Johnson, he admits that FDMG is about to be auctioned. More specifically, that the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware will be auctioned today, August 12th of 2025. It's a Tuesday. I broke this story on Friday, this past Friday.
All right, so Uncle Lennon is saying that Umar Johnson school about to be auctioned off. Now I know all y'all know it's procedures that comes to losing a property, losing a school. It's procedures. You know what I'm saying? So um, you got some people like me. I pay my rent around the 4th or the 5th. You know what I'm saying? The last goddamn day before they hit us with the late fees. I paid my goddamn rent on the 4th or the 5th. You got some people, they already got the extra money in their head put to the side for when they know they're gonna have to pay their rent late. They already got the extra late fees into their head, and it's at the beginning of every month, they know between the 6th to the 9th, between the 6th to the 9th of that beginning of every month, they know that they're gonna be paying their rent late. You know what I'm saying? They already got the 75, the extra $100 put to the side. You know what I'm saying? All right, so and then you got people that pay their rent on time. You know what I'm saying? So you got three different types of people. People that are all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready for them goddamn late fees. You know what I'm saying? Rent may be due. Rent may be due on a Monday. You don't get rent may be due on a Saturday, Friday, Saturday. You don't get paid to that next Friday. So you paying that late fee. And then you got some people, you know what I'm saying, that pay their rent the last goddamn day before them late fees kick in. And you got some people that just pay their shit on time. They got their shit together. You know what I'm saying? They just pay their shit on time. They never have to deal with these type of issues. One thing I do know is Uncle Umar, you know what I'm saying, by his spot getting auctioned off, it's supposed to be procedures before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, let's just keep going, man. It's crazy, man, but we're gonna see all the signs and all of that.
Specifically, that the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware will be auctioned today, August 12th of 2025. It's a Tuesday. I broke this story on Friday, this past Friday, August 8th, I believe, of 2025. And here we are today. Umar admits what I told people a couple of days ago. And what we're referring to is, and we're going to get to his post here, but this is the munition right here that was posted on the door of the large building. There was also another one posted on the door of the small building. I only have the paperwork for this one, but you can actually find a digitized, not a copy of this paperwork. No one has this paperwork as of yet. I haven't been able to find a PDF one yet either. Once it's available, I will be sharing it with everyone. But this was an exclusive. I broke this story on Friday. And if you...
All right, so it says, take warning to all persons having or claiming to have any title, interest, or lien upon the within described premises. Take warning that unless the judgment for the taxes or assessment stated herein is paid within 28 days after the date hereof, or within such period of 20 days, evidence of payment of all taxes and assessment herein claimed shall be filed in the office of the which evidence shall be in the form of a receipt, bill, or duplicated thereof. All right, so it says he got water and sewer from December 2016 December 2024 and through May 2025. Okay, it says vacant registration fee. He didn't pay that in 5 years. Exterior improvement charges. So I guess 2021 he didn't pay a fee. Civil penalty years. I don't know what that is. It says water and sewer charges. $1,800. God damn. $1,800 for some goddamn water and sewer charges. I assume he didn't pay the water and sewer charges for 6 years. Wait, it say he took over the school in 2016. So 9 years accumulated $1,800 water bill. 9 years. I think that's what it's saying. Exterior improvement charges, $156. God damn, vacant registration fee, $15,500. All right, so this vacant registration fee, I guess, is for 9 years. So I guess every year that your spot is on a he didn't every year his spot is on a vacant list, he didn't pay the registration for, I'm guessing, 9 years. So they charged him, I guess, Y'all do the math for me. What that's like $1,300 a year, $1,200 a year. They basically hit him. They hit him with for the 9 years he been having in school, they hit him with $1,800 in vacant registration fee. I mean, $15,000 in vacant registration fee. So I'm guessing the 9 years he had in school, he had it on the vacant list so he wouldn't have to pay taxes. Something like that. All right, let me run that back to make sure we ain't tripping. Let's run it back. Make sure we ain't tripping. I just seen a $15,000 charge. I just seen a goddamn $2,000 charge. So Uncle Umar, we definitely gotta get some understanding of what you got going on. Let's finish this video.
Is about to be auctioned. More specifically, that the abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware will be auctioned today, August 12th of 2025. It's a Tuesday. I broke this story on Friday, this past Friday, August 8th, I believe, of 2025. And here we are today. Umar admits what I told people a couple of days ago. And what we're referring to is, and we're going to get to his post here, but this is the munition right here that was posted on the door of the large building. There was also another one posted on the door of the small building. I only have the paperwork for this one, but you can actually find a digitized, not a copy of this paperwork. No one has this paperwork as of yet. I haven't been able to find a PDF one yet either. Once it's available, I will be sharing it with everyone. But this was an exclusive. I broke this story on Friday. And if you do the calculations based upon what's here in this paperwork, Umar owes $38,388 on both sides of the street. So there's a munition for one side of the street, there's a munition for the other side of the street. And in this document, it actually says that if Umar doesn't pay this balance that's way past due, some of these bills go back to 2016. I've explained this to people. He purchased trap panels in 2019, but part of the deal when he acquired these abandoned buildings in February of 2019 is that he took on all of the bills associated with these properties going all the way back to 2016. And you donors paid for that. See? So if you add all of it up, what's past due, $38,388.22. Again, I broke the story on Friday. Now, the munition here.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it.
Come on, gang.
Base 44.
What are we doing, gang?
It outlines that if Umar does not pay this bill within 20 days of August.
All right. Let me get my view back right. All right. So we see. Let's run it back. What they say.
August 5th. Buildings in February of 2019 is that he took on all of the bills associated with these properties.
Oh, hold up. Say that again.
This document, it actually says that if Umar doesn't pay this balance that's way past due, some of these bills go back to 2016. I've explained this to people. He purchased trap panels in 2019, but part of the deal when he acquired these abandoned buildings in February of 2019 is that he took on all of the bills associated with these properties going all the way back to 2016. And you donors paid for that. See? So if you add all of it up, what's past?
All right. So what we just learned right there. Uncle Umar been having these schools since 2016. Since December of 2016, Uncle Umar been having these schools. So 2017, right now we in 2025. Uncle Umar been having these schools for over 8 years. Uncle Umar been having these schools for over 8 years. So that's just the facts. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break down the facts one by one. The fact is that Umar Johnson been having this school for over 8 years. All right, let's keep going.
Due $38,388.22. Again, I broke the story on Friday. Now, the munition here, it outlines that if Umar does not pay this bill within 20 days of August 5th of 2025, because that's when it was filed, that the city of Wilmington will take the next step, which would be to start the process to sell the property at a sheriff's sale. Okay. Now, mind you, I just want to make a point before we get into Umar's video that he just posted maybe about an hour ago. Umar didn't know about this. He didn't know that these things were posted on these doors, because if he had been up there and handling business, he would have saw that and he would have taken them off of the doors. So that's number one. It goes to show you he's not handling business. He's traveling all over the Well, furthermore, he's not handling him off of the door. So that's number one. It goes to show you he's not handling business. He's traveling all over the world. Furthermore, he's not.
All right. So that's the second fact that we got. The second fact that we got is Uncle Umar. Remember when we did the last video on Uncle Umar, he didn't. When he went to the school, it was like this is how he was acting. When Uncle Umar, when we did our last video, what, about 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, something like that. Uncle Umar, when he started going live, recording himself, he had kids running from behind him. He's saying that the kids were breaking into the building. So from Uncle Lennon to just say that he's gonna say that a YouTuber went out to the property, and that's how we got this picture. This picture that we seeing of this vacant notice of this they about to auction off your goddamn property. They give you 20 days to pay this goddamn, I don't know how much is it, goddamn. That shit look $20,000 or something like that. So they giving you 20 days to pay this $20,000. They're giving Uncle Umar 20 days to pay this $20,000. When we did our last show, he was showing up to his school. He was showing up to his school like, why ain't nobody give me a call? Why ain't nobody tell me that the school got broken into? Why ain't nobody give me a call? He asking us, this your establishment. This your business. You asking the people. While we ain't tell you that somebody broke into your school. You don't got cameras. You didn't have none of this stuff. You didn't have no security. You didn't have none of that. So Uncle Umar Johnson, this letter that we got, this eviction letter that we got came from YouTube. It didn't come from Uncle Umar Johnson. Uncle Umar Johnson is gonna say, I see a letter floating around YouTube. They stole the letter. I never got. Uncle Umar is gonna say, I never got the letter. Nobody told me about this. But like I said, when you going through an eviction, it's steps to it. It's not just, hey, you ain't pay your rent on the first. All right, you need to leave after the fifth. No, you go to court, you know what I'm saying, litigation, all of these processes and stuff like that. If you can come up with the money, they still try to help you at the end. They still try to, it's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on that's I feel like Uncle Umar he must think that we are slow or something. If you got a business, why would you ask anybody, if your business get broken into, why would you say, why didn't nobody tell me my business got broken into? Ain't your alarm system supposed to be going off? So when we see this right here to where Uncle Umar didn't even know that they was about to auction off his property, that just tells me that you wasn't taking care of that property. Now we're gonna see footage of inside the school. I didn't hear Uncle Umar say yesterday, we're gonna be laying down the tile. He said that we need to donate money so we can get this school running up to par, because the school not passing the codes. It's not passing no guidelines. The school is not passing nothing to be up and running. So it's been vacant for over 7 years. That is the fact. The fact is the school hasn't been up to par to be up and running. It haven't passed no state codes, none of that to be up and running. So it's been vacant for the last 7 years. And instead of getting the school up and running, the past 7 to 9 years, we can't say exactly what Uncle Umar Johnson been doing because none of us really know. But we know for a fact you haven't been taking care of this goddamn school. All right, let's keep going. Uncle Lennon say he been flying across the country with our money.
We've taken him off of the door. So that's number one. It goes to show you he's not handling. He didn't know that these things were posted on these doors, because if he had been up there and handling business, he would have saw that and he would have taken them off of the doors. So that's number one. It goes to show you he's not handling business. He's traveling all over the world. Furthermore, he's not handling business because he's known about this particular issue for some time. In fact, this whole thing about his accounts being frozen, this is Umar. He set the stage for this because he knew it was coming down the pike. He knew this was coming down. This makes sense? This is...
God damn. Now listen to this. Y'all hear this shit? I'm not a damn conspiracy theorist. I am not a conspiracy theorist. But we heard 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, Uncle Umar said that the bank had shut down his personal bank account and his bank had shut down his business bank account. So a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Uncle Umar Johnson come on YouTube, say his personal bank account has been froze and his business bank account, the school's bank account has been frozen. So now we got this to where you got eviction letters on your school's doors. And Uncle Lennon, and I've seen a lot of people saying it, that Uncle Umar only went live to say that his bank accounts was closed so that he can explain to the people why he don't have the funds to pay or to keep his school from going out of auction. Some people are saying that the only reason Uncle Umar went live to say that the banks closed his accounts was so that people would already understand him if the school get taken away. His bank accounts is froze. They took the school away the same time. It's not a coincidence. He came out and told us ahead of time. Uncle Lennon is saying, and other people is saying, no, Uncle Umar already know that the school was going to be taken away. He already knew. So we dealing with, either we dealing with a master manipulator that's scamming our people, or it's just a crazy coincidence. But it will still have, the question is still raised. Where did all the funding go? You've been having this building for over 7 years. It ain't been running for one day. We haven't had a grand opening for one day. Not the school was running on and off for a year. It ran for a year. Then the state closed it down. They took the charter from it. We ain't heard none of this. So just today, we understanding that Umar Johnson been having them buildings since 2016, December of 2016. We getting to that realization. All right, let's keep going.
This is how diabolical Umar is. He crafts a whole narrative about that. I hacked his bank account, and that Lene hacked his bank account, then his bank accounts were frozen, his personal one, and the FDMG. But he set that up about a month ago, that story. But then he brings it back up maybe about 2 weeks ago. And then here we are where this past Friday, I break the story about this situation here, him owing $38,388.22. And then today, Umar finally addresses it. But you see how diabolical Umar is. He's known about this. This issue goes back since he purchased these abandoned buildings in February of 2019. These bills have been accumulating since, and then he's on the hook. You donors are, Umar Johnson donors. You guys are on the hook for all the bills going all the way back to 2016 associated with these abandoned buildings in Wilmington, Delaware. Okay, y'all ready to get into this? Real quick, we're going to get into Umar's video, but this is the munition right here. Again, I can show you guys. I've already covered it there. You can actually see the digitized version of this. It's not the paperwork or PDF, but it explains what's all of the fees and stuff. The past due. This goes back many years ago, 2000.
All right, so it's a principal amount as of clocked in date totals. So it say he owes $17,800. Say he owes $17,800, and they want him to pay that by August 20. Was it 28? Let me see. All the persons. Blase. Say 20 days from the 5th. So August 25th. By August 25th, Uncle Umar got to pay $18,000. He's asking for $20,000. Man, let's keep going, man.
$38,388.22. Okay, this is just for one side of the street. That's all of the fees and stuff. the past due. This goes back many years ago. $2,388.22. Okay, this is just for one side of the street. That's all I have the paperwork for. Here's the second page right here, the writ of admission. Okay, the city of Wilmington versus Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc. All right, here's some more pages, and then all of a sudden you start to see all the bills start to be posted here. Okay, and again, you donors are responsible. Then all of a sudden you start to see all
right, let's look at some of these bills. I think they say total 15,000.
All the bills start to be posted here. Okay, and again, you donors are responsible for this. Remember, I've already made very clear, and I've already proven without a shadow of a doubt that at a bare minimum, Umar has raised $1,677,860 since 2019. I'm not counting.
God damn, bro. Like, imagine how many cash apps. Imagine how many cash apps Uncle Dr. Umar lost. Imagine how many cash apps Uncle Dr. Umar lost from getting donated too much money in a month. Imagine, let's say he made $1.8 million, $1.7 million since 2019. So he took over the bills for this school in 2016, December 2016. He officially, I guess, purchased or rented out the school or bought the school February 2019. So he said I guess he told the people in 2019 that they probably told him, hey, we got some charges on this school that with the state that you probably need to get handled out. Uncle Umar, being the goddamn master manipulator, oh yeah, I got you. I'm gonna take care of the charge. Don't even worry about it. Let me start doing renovations. So, with him grabbing the school in 2019, it came with taking on them bills from 2016. And I'm pretty sure that's not the goddamn reason why you owe 20,000. Maybe it's the reason why you owe 3,000 or 4,000, but it's not the reason why you owe 20,000, 17,000, 15,500. None of these 13,800. None of these 38,700. None of these wild numbers. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going. It said he raised 1 point. Let me run that back. Make sure I got the number right. 1 point what?
$1,677,860 since 2019. I'm not counting 2014, 15, 16.
All right. They say since 2019, you raised $1.6 million, Uncle Umar. Since 2019. So, I'm guessing it's going on 5-6 years. Uncle Lennon is doing his math. But we gotta come on now, Uncle Umar. Where did this bread go? If they really about to take your property, if they really about to take the school from you, where did this goddamn bread go?
17 or 18, 5 other years. Bare minimum, $1,677,860. Right? I just want to give you guys something else. In terms of taxes, because people are reporting about this as if it's taxes. This isn't taxes. Okay, the taxes are paid. Now, did Umar pay those taxes? Or did someone else? That's a whole, I don't even want to get into that right now. But I did some calculations, and don't quote me on this because I want to go over this maybe 4 or 5 more times, okay? But I did some calculations. I went back to the old receipts of the taxes that were due from 2019 and 2020, and it came out to $172,931.86. Okay, don't quote me on that. I'm going to just kind of preface this. We'll get more into this. We probably want to come back tomorrow. $172,931.86. That's wasted money because if Umar had his tax exempt status and paperwork in order and he had been handling business back in February of 2019, none of this would have been due. That's wasted money, $172,931.86. It's wasted money now, another $38,388.22 since that's past due. This guy has...
All right, so from what I'm hearing, and y'all could tell me if I'm tripping, it sounds like the taxes on the building was paid up. It sounds like, I guess the tax, he said 100 and something thousand. I guess the taxes was like 60,000 a year on the building or buildings, 60,000 a year on the buildings. And Uncle Lennon says Umar paid the taxes on the buildings over the years, but now he got a tax bill that's $38,000 that's overdue. So remember I was saying maybe he was renting the building or however he was doing the building. Maybe he bought the building because it's taxes on. Well, they about to auction off the building, so maybe he didn't buy the building. But it's taxes on the building that he been paying. He been upkeeping these past 7 years of him having the building. But it's a $38,000. He in the red $38,000. I guess that was from last year or something like that. So that's best. So if you you can kind of look at it, and I don't know what Uncle Lennon got a. He probably know more than us, but he says, I don't know who paid those taxes. So let's just give Uncle Umar the benefit of the doubt that he paid those taxes the last 7 years. He paid those taxes last 7 years. They was about 60,000. So that's 300. That's 300,000. You paid over 300,000 in taxes on the building. You were accountable for paying over 300,000 in taxes over the building over the past 7 years. But even Uncle Lennon is basically he's saying even Uncle Lennon is basically saying, like, I'm not sure who's paying the taxes, but let's just give him the benefit of the doubt. He raised 1.6 million from the people over the past 7 years. He paid 300,000 in property tax to keep the buildings. You know what I'm saying? We can give him that. You know what I'm saying? We can give him that. But where the rest of the goddamn money went? Why is the school don't have floors? Why the school don't got teachers and students? Where's the people at? Why that motherfucker ain't up to state code? That's the issue that I got a problem with. Let's keep going though.
Another $38,388.22 since that's past due. This guy has wasted just right there over $200,000 because not one black boy has been educated. I've been telling.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's basically saying that $200,000 or that $200,000 I guess 170, 160,000 you ain't paying in taxes. You paid in taxes is a waste of money because ain't no kids in the building and ain't no, like, the school is not up and running. So you basically paying taxes on a vacant building for 7 years. That's basically what Uncle Lennon is saying. You paying taxes, you paying over 150,000 in taxes for an abandoned building for 7 years. Like, that's wasted money because the building could have been up and going. Then it would have been a reason to pay tax. You could have been getting money. So that's what Uncle Lennon is saying. You wasting the people's money by paying taxes on a building that ain't that's abandoned. That's basically what Uncle Lennon is saying. And that's a huge point. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not your money that you spending, gang. That's the people money.
People for many years now. He's a con man. Since that's past due. This guy has wasted just right there over $200,000 because not one black boy has been educated. I've been telling people for many years now. He's a con man.
It's like this.
I told you one.
For the people that didn't understand, that point, it's like this. Let's say you got a job. Now let's say you got a car. You know what I'm saying? Let's say you got a job and you got a car. Now, let's say you raising money. I mean, let's say you asking for donations and you getting donations. You know what I'm saying? You asking for donations, you getting donations. You buy a car. You know what I'm saying? With your donation money, you buy a car, and you just a brand new off the lot. You know what I'm saying? G-Wagon, and you just let it sit in your garage for you let it sit in your garage for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? You don't touch it. You know what I'm saying? But you let it sit in your garage for 8 years. You don't touch it. Out of nowhere, the repo people come take your car. The repo people come take your car. You know what I'm saying? You've been asking for donations for people, telling them, you know what I'm saying, you're going through hard times. You need help to better your life. 8 years pass, you on trial. The people want to know. We hear that the people donated all this money to you. The people want to know where's this money at. And the only thing you got to show for it is you bought a goddamn car with the people's money and you don't have the damn car right now. That motherfucker sat for 8 years. You ain't do no Uber with it. You ain't rent it out for videos. You ain't rent it out for proms and graduations and weddings and date nights and stuff like that. It didn't benefit the people. You know what I'm saying? But you asking for donations, trying to get your life together, people ain't donate for no reason. They donating because you promising them something. You know what I'm saying? You saying you want to raise these black boys and you wanna hit on all the single mothers. Brother, you didn't come through with your promise. Your promise was getting to school. You've been having a school since 2019, Uncle Umar. That is the issue. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? We everybody need to be getting their money back. But we can't get our money back because we know for a fact he want a school. We know Uncle Umar want a school. It's just, I think your lifestyle, I think you did a lot of capping with your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no job, fam. You living off of us. So you can't have the lifestyle that you think you want.
I told you twice, I told you 3 times. I said I told
The people ain't donating to your lifestyle. The people donating to the school.
you once, I told you twice, I told you I said I told you once, I told you twice, I told you 3 times.
Hey, gang, we good on all the commercials right now, gang. My Eagles won the Super Bowl. We don't want to see no Chiefs, nothing.
I broke the story on Friday. Here we are now on Tuesday, and Umar comes out with a video to explain what's going on. I haven't watched the video, but let's get right on into it. Shout out to the Cookie Crush chat. Thank you all for tuning on in. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, this is what he posted on his Instagram that's associated with this particular video that we're going to be watching. And it says right here, Dr. Umar Johnson.
All right, so we see right here, it say Uncle Umar, he been knowing about them trying to take his school since April. So let's do the math. April, May, June, July, August. So Uncle Umar been knowing about the school for 4 months. He been knowing that they been trying to outstanding vacant property registration fee. They've been trying to hit him with him having his property on the vacant list for 4 months. He been knowing about this for over 4 months. You know what I'm saying? Now he's still saying the city of Wilmington will auction our campus if balance isn't paid by August 25th. Why you saying our campus when you ain't got no students? You ain't got no teachers or no cafeteria staff. You ain't got no principals or none of that. Why you saying our campus? This is wow. All right, so he is saying all donors, please call, email, mayor's office, chief of staff, license and inspections to dispute this racist and discriminatory treatment. Uncle Umar, y'all want to see some accountability real quick? Let me show y'all accountability. Uncle Umar been knowing that this school was about to get took from him for over 4 months, right? Y'all think during them 4 months he was paying off that balance? During them 4 months, y'all think he was slick paying off that balance? Or y'all think he was on YouTube doing interviews and shit? On YouTube doing interviews, taking pictures with white women. Y'all think over them 4 months that he told us he knew about this situation, do y'all think he was paying off that balance slowly but surely? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think that? Man, come on, man. We got to be real with this goddamn situation. If you donated your money to Uncle Umar, he ran off with the sack. Next thing we gonna know, Uncle Umar gonna be in Ghana. His ass gonna be in Africa. Nigga living his best life. You know what I'm saying? With the last 13,000.
Live from FDMG, Delaware. Prepare for massive protest after completely ignoring Dr. Umar's repeated attempts since April.
With the last 13,000 he got. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he got 13 racks because that nigga just said that they froze all his accounts. If y'all listen to Uncle Umar now, check this out, gang. If y'all listen to Uncle Umar now, he not saying donate to my Cash App and PayPal. Now he talking about donate to my Venmo, donate to my Bakari. He meant donate to my Google Pay. He's saying different shit now. First it was donate to Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. Now it's donate to my Venmo, donate to my Easter Bunny, donate to my Walmart gift card. Now Uncle Umar is asking for Walmart gift cards. It ain't even about Uncle Umar don't give a damn about his Cash App got cut. They banned him from Cash App, banned him from PayPal, banned him from Apple Pay. Now he's saying send me money on gift cards. Now he's saying money order me some goddamn money. Man, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Ain't no more. Uncle Umar ain't saying Cash App $ FDMG. Now he's saying Venmo and mail me a check. Now he want us to mail him a check. They didn't cut down. Your ass was scamming so goddamn long. They cut you off everything. Now you saying mail me a check.
To rectify the outstanding vacant property registration.
And why would these people want to give you back your property if you calling them racist and saying they doing discriminatory shit? Why would they want to give you your property back if you saying you gonna do a massive protest? Nigga, they want their money, gang. You owe them $38,000, 15, 5. Wild ass numbers. Nigga, what? Nigga, bruh.
Registration fee balance, and without any notification since that time, the donors starting in 2019. 2020. These bills go back starting in 2019. 2020. Okay, it's in the paperwork. Matter of fact, I should put the point. And then on top of that, Umar, when he purchases these abandoned buildings, he takes on the liability for all of the other bills associated with these properties going all the way back to 2016. Matter of fact, let me do this because I want to be precise with this. I don't want to misrepresent anything. Okay, I'm all about the facts, the receipts, and about integrity. If we look at this paperwork, and this is going to take about a minute and a half, not even a minute. If we look at the paperwork, look at Learn Errrday. I'm Learn Errrday, by the way, if you're new here. If you look at the middle watermark there for Learn Errrday, look right above that. There's a person whose name is subject property is assessed. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG Leadership Academy. That's Umar. And then it says for these years, taxes. You see how it doesn't show anything for taxes because the taxes are paid. I looked at that today. I've talked about that and reported on that in the past. Okay. And then it says water and sewer charges from December 19, 2016. So he has to pay this, you donors. This is what you guys own. And this is all wasted money. And then look right here. It says December 30th, 2024 through May 29th of 2025. Okay. All this comes out to $38,388. Exterior improvement charges from 2021. See, these bills are old. Vacant registration fee, 2020.
Man, and we can't be like, man, they set him up. They let the bills pile up for a reason. They set him up. No, man. We be knowing, I ain't gonna say just as black people. Everybody got this issue. We know when shit be due and we want to wait a day. That day turned to a week. That week turned to a month. Nigga, it be sometimes, nigga, I see a bill, nigga, I let that motherfucker gonna sit for 2 days. And then I pay it when I feel right. But just giving you something, you know what I'm saying, when I ain't got it, or if I give it to you, it's gonna dent my bankroll, then brother, you gotta wait 2 days. And Uncle Umar did that. But that wait 2 days went for goddamn 7 years. You know what I'm saying? And that shit about to lose everything we didn't knew him for trying to create. Let's keep going.
To 2025. You see how, and he purchased properties in 2019. They go on a vacant property list in 2020. He hasn't handled this from the beginning. Key point, hit the one. Boy, the block's hot tonight. Hit the one. Key point. Look right there. It says vacant registration fee from 2020 to 2025. Not 2025. Not this month. Not from April of 2025. This goes back to, I need to see some ones in this chat room today. 20 to 2025. Keep that in mind. Okay? 2020 to hashtag 2020 to 2025. Civil penalty years, 2020. You see this? Amount of judgment. Look, it says taxes is 0. There's no taxes due. People reporting on that it's taxes. It's not taxes, and that's okay. And then it shows an itemized list of everything else that's due: water and sewer, exterior improvement charges, vacant registration fees, $15,500. My goodness. Civil penalty charges, plus interest and penalties. The title search costs, 20. He definitely has known about these other fees starting in 2021. Okay, now let's go back to what Umar posted here, because this guy, he's such a pathological liar, but we have the receipts. He says, just about an hour ago, he says, prepare for massive protests after completely ignoring Dr. Umar's repeated attempts since April to rectify the outstanding vacant property registration fee balance. Well, the vacant property registration fee balance, Umar,
Everyone said I wouldn't find a quality teaching degree on.
Hold up, man. We don't give a damn about no degree. We don't want no white man degree.
The charges go back to when? 2020. They've been ongoing since 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. You ain't paid these shits in 6 years. What you mean in April you try to, what are you talking about? You don't handle business. That's what I've been telling people, don't handle business. He's a con man. Give me the money. Give me. He don't produce nothing. He don't even pay basic bills like a grown person should. Hit the one. But you see how he spends it up.
God damn, man. I'm going in on his ass. I can't even do my part. All right, so Uncle Umar, water bill over 6 years, $38,000. $38,000 on the goddamn water bill. $38,000 on the goddamn water bill. You just pay that shit off every year or every month, however it's due. You ain't even paying your water bill every month. What the hell is going? This nigga wasn't even paying his water bill. Man, this don't make no sense, man. This is just sad, man. You about to, the people money went down. I won't be surprised if some people start suing your ass, man. This is sad. How you owe $38,000 just in water?
I've been talking since April. What you mean you've been talking since April of 2025? These bills go back to 2020 and before that. If you want to go back to 2016, okay, keep that in mind.
Right.
Repeated attempts since April to rectify the outstanding vacant property registration fee balance, and without any notification since that time. Come on, Umar. They've been trying to get this money out of you. There's receipts that you can go online and look at these fees. You guys know that? I can pull it up right now. You can go look at these fees. You see it each month. You see it accrue. Umar's not paying on anything. Without any notice since that time, the city of Wilmington will auction our campus if balance isn't paid by August 25th. That's what I told y'all on Friday. Today is Tuesday. The total amount is $38,000.
Today Thursday, huh? So his ass really got what? 16 days, 18 days?
$308.22. Let's get into the video. Shout out to the Cook Chat. Let's go. The donor's money, Umar. Huh? Maybe you need to stop traveling around the world and wasting people's money, Umar. Huh? Maybe you shouldn't have thrown them two block parties with Miguel Hudson and all of them. And instead, I'm sure that probably was more than $38,000 for them two block parties. You don't handle business. You ain't serious. But you want to party. You want to have a good time over in Africa, dancing and all of these things. Renting cars, living in and out of hotel motels. Huh? And then when you can't afford it, like right now, you're living in your mama closet. So you don't have no business. You donors, you're not giving this guy $1 $1,677,860 since 2019. And this is where we at today. No, this is where y'all at today, because that's y'all principle, not mine.
1,677,000. $1,677,000 since 2019.
And now he want to sit up here looking all grumpy and sad. This is on him. But you know what Umar's going to do? Even before he watches the video, he's going to blame somebody else. He never holds himself accountable. Let's go.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Happy Leo season. Happy Black August.
Maybe you should stop eating out all the time, Umar. And remember, he was eating all good. Not these days, though, because he done ran through all that money. Maybe you should eating out all the time in a drop squad kitchen, and it's your birthday, y'all eating crab legs and chickens and hog mog and all these things. Save that money. Let me stop. Let's go.
Happy Leo season. Happy Black August. Happy Leo season. Happy Black August. Peace and
Umar, maybe instead of buying all these dashikis with the donors' money, because you ain't got no job and you ain't worked consistently since 2010, 2011, maybe take that money and put it towards these bills, homeboy.
Pan-Africanism to my continental Africans, my Nigerian Africans, my
Nigga, Uncle Umar got a wild dashiki closet. Just think about that. Uncle Umar wearing a dashiki every day. Uncle Umar is wearing a dashiki every day off the people's money. Man, them goddamn dashikis ain't cheap. Ain't no goddamn $10 dashiki. Them goddamn dashikis be $30, $40. For his big ass, them motherfuckers probably 50 and up. I'm a medium, you know what I'm saying? I'm a medium type of nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's a medium shirt right here. I'm a medium type of nigga. I can get a dashiki by $30. You know what I'm saying? Your big ass wearing this goddamn XL, 2X, you gonna need a $50 dashiki. So you wearing a $50 dashiki every goddamn day. The people's money, by the way. Uncle Lennon say, man, instead of buying all them goddamn dashikis, man, you should have just paid the water bill. Goddamn, $38,000 on the water, gang. Come on, gang.
Ghanaian Africans, my Togolese, Benin Africans, my Liberian, Basutu Africans,
Umar, maybe let me stop.
Congolese, Angola, Mozambique, my Eritrean, Somalia, Ethiopia, Madagascar, Sudan Africans, my Lesotho, my Zimbabwe, my South.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward the video because he gonna name every state in the U.S. and then he gonna name like 20 countries in Africa. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I guess that's how he buy time.
What in the world? He said Vietnam. Anyway,
Australian Africans, my Melbourne Africans.
By the way,
Is hot sleep keeping you awake?
He named every goddamn every state, then Africans at the end of it.
Milwaukee, St. Louis, my Nashville Africans. Staten Island, Boogie Down, Bronx.
whatever you
Africans. Hattiesburg, where my Mississippi African. The Umar personal bank account is still frozen.
Well, then how are you getting PayPal? How are you receiving PayPal, Umar? From my understanding, PayPal is not a standalone. It's not a bank. Does this make sense? Anyway,
the Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde.
You're fighting a war against the school and you? What are you talking about? What's wrong with this guy? That's like me saying I'm fighting a war against Lennon in the Cookie Crush chat. Huh? Does that make sense? Tonight I'm fighting a war.
It's being shut down. We were supposed to.
Wait, you said that they're frozen. Now you're saying they're shut down. What are you talking about? See how he don't even have his lie straight. This guy's a path of lie. He didn't have a lie straight the first time. Then it's the first two times he talking about this bank account stuff. Y'all see this? You said it was frozen. Now whatever. Let's go. Let me back it up.
War against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde.
Yeah, it's bad.
We're supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So,
how many? Now look, let me say this real quick. So he just gave us some news we could use. How many of y'all ever got? How many of y'all ever got what's they called? Got dumped by a bank? I ain't never got dumped by a bank before. Nigga, just at first I thought they froze the account for suspicious, and now he's saying that they shut down the account and they gonna refund him his money back. So nigga, that sound like the bank. That sound like the bank don't want to do business with your ass no. So nigga, Cash App dumped you. Zelle, I guess he got a new PayPal, but the other PayPal dumped you. Your own bank dumped you, brother. If you can't get a bank account, if you motherfuckers will give you they give you money now to open up bank accounts. They give you money you get perks. Goddamn me, you help buying a house. Goddamn me. This nigga said he getting a refund in 4 days. I thought it was suspicious activity. You just call up to the bank, or sometimes they send you a notification on your bank app, and you just press yeah, that was me, or no, that wasn't me. So Uncle Umar said he just got dumped by the bank, meaning his bank that he got a personal and a business account with don't want to do business with him no more. I ain't never heard. Put it in the chat. Have y'all ever got dumped by a bank? I thought they give your ass money to open up accounts. Nigga, they be like, hey, refer somebody. Nigga, we'll give you 15.
Not only are the accounts frozen.
What else, Umar?
Not only are the accounts frozen. Make sure y'all hit my
Venmo, PayPal. See, he need money back. So not only the account frozen, he got bills to pay, but I told y'all that's what he was going to say. I told y'all that on Friday. Today's Monday. I told y'all that on Friday, August 8th. Was it August 8th? Yeah. And today is Tuesday, August 12th. Let's go.
Venmo in my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the psychologist, or tap my Venmo. Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858.
Yeah, Eric from the tech support.
On August the 5th, brothers and sisters. On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus.
And I want you guys to understand something. This munition, they just don't do this right away. There's things that have to take place in advance of them taking it.
That's what I was about to say. Like, bro, if you getting evicted from a spot, you gotta go to court. That means this nigga wasn't going to court. He wasn't doing following none of the procedures. Nigga, he just let them take it
to this step. See, Umar's going to try to act like this is all recent, like since April. No, this has been going on for years now. And finally they said, okay, we're not playing with you anymore. And they've taken the steps to issue this munition. But it's not like they did it, the day of, or the week prior, or the month prior. They've been building this up. Okay, Umar's been warned. Umar don't pay bills. And you guys can go and look. It's public record. You can look at all the bills for FDMG, for both parcels, both sides of the street, and you'll see going all the way back to 2019, Umar's not paying bills consistently.
Earlier, you're here.
They said that nigga wasn't paying bills. What he was doing with the money? What he was doing with the money, gang? They say Umar wasn't paying bills, gang. Nigga owed $38,000 just for the water, gang. You would have thought this nigga had a goddamn football, a whole goddamn school with football fields and shit.
Vacant property registration fees.
That's part of it. There's other fees there too, Umar.
I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
We were not notified of this.
This guy, see, he can't hold himself accountable for anything. He's a pathological liar. That's a blatant lie. I just can't believe he would go this far with it. Didn't I tell you guys in the beginning? He can't hold himself. He has to blame someone else. It's someone else's fault. Well, they didn't notify me. Like I said, these bills go back to 2020. 2020 to 2025, hashtag 2020 to 2025. Umar is aware of these bills. You can look at these bills online. You mean to tell me they haven't sent him any paperwork over since 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025? Is that reasonable? No, he's lying. That's what it is.
Right.
This past weekend.
Remember, gang. He ain't been at this school. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Leonard go play a video of him saying, let's raise the money and get the floor fixed. Let's raise the money and get the floor fixed. So we gotta understand, gang, that this is coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? I think Uncle Umar deserves a DP. He gotta get a violation, man. He gotta get a tech. He gotta get a DP for how he acting. Uncle Umar gotta get a DP. That's just when y'all see him, he gotta get the 50 slashes. Goddamn me. How much money you raised? 1.7 million? All right, 1.7 slashes. Take his shirt off.
Without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools.
Yep, and there it is. I broke the story on Friday before you even brought it up, before Umar even knew about it, that it was posted on these doors. What does that tell you?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When we did the show, my bad for keep stopping, but when we did the show 2 months ago, it felt like 2 months ago, he didn't know that kids were playing inside of his school. You had kids playing inside of his school. He come there, he see kids coming out the side of the school. He like, where y'all going? And the school is already open. The school is open to the hood. The hood is already thugging inside of your school. You out of town and shit, doing YouTube interviews. You don't even know. Your school been vacant for over 7 years, gang. You ain't paid none of the damn vacant fees. It's vacant fees. Your school ain't up to running the park. All right, well then you go pay this goddamn $1,000 a year in vacant fees until you get your goddamn school up to park. He let that shit run up. He let that shit run all the way up. So he don't know what's going on because he not there, gang. Like a YouTuber, this clip, this paper that we keep seeing, a YouTuber went to his campus, took it off the door, took a picture of it. That's the only and like Uncle Lennon said, he did the show before Umar even addressed it. He did the show showing the paper before Umar even addressed it. And he go bring it up. So that means Umar is watching Uncle Lennon's channel. So Uncle Lennon, keep doing your goddamn thing. Let's keep going, man. This shit is crazy, gang. This shit, you ain't even there. We telling you that your building going up for auction. You won't even know.
He ain't handling business. He traveling around the world doing what he do. Then he want to whine and complain and cry about it now.
Informing me that if we don't pay the vacant property registration fees of Wilmington, put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools. Informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Damn.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question?
Damn, this is crazy. Real quick, he's only talking about the vacant property fees, but I want you guys to understand that in order to get the properties off of the vacant property list in Delaware, he has to pay any outstanding taxes, right? If the property has was listed due to unpaid taxes, ensure all back taxes, penalties, and interest are paid in full. That's not why these buildings are listed there. He has to address code violations, right? If the listing resulted from...
Imagine being able to build.
Oh nah, gang, we good. What y'all trying to show us? Oh nah, we good. We good on all of it. We good. We already got a laptop.
Listing resulted from code violations, property maintenance issues, obviously. Address these issues and obtain the necessary permits or approval. He has a lot to get done. It's just to get these off the vacant property list. Contact the municipality, reach out to the relevant local government department, e.g. the Department of License and Inspection. That's L&I. They've given him tickets in the past to inform them of the changes and provide documentation providing ownership and resolution of issues. There's a lot of issues that need to be resolved up there, including black mold. Just to be clear about this, Umar, I don't think he understands this process just to get it off of the vacant property list. He hasn't done this over the last 6.5 years. Let's go.
Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus?
Umar, I notified everybody on Friday, but you cut it out. This guy lies so much, it's crazy. Let's go.
Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence?
Here you go.
Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence?
Hey, y'all hear that? They go to play. He running his official play. If y'all heard DJ Vlad said DJ Vlad said last week, if all of this is going bad for me and I'm Umar Johnson, I'm gonna just go full shiesty mode. Like, I'm not going, if all of this is going, Vlad said this last week, DJ Vlad, the white man, he said this last week. If all of this is going bad for me and I'm Umar Johnson, I'm gonna go full shiesty mode. And listen to what Uncle Umar is saying. He's setting the stage for a play. I think this is gonna be the shiesty of the century. This might be I think Uncle Umar running off the sack by saying this right here. Listen to this. He about to run off with the sack. I think this how he's setting y'all up for the give and go.
And sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence?
Here you go.
Is it a coincidence?
Yeah, it's a coincidence, gang. It's a coincidence, gang.
Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously?
No, you haven't been working on it continuously, Umar. You've been traveling around the world most of the time over the last 6.5 years. And why you keep saying we? It's we when you need money, right?
He said we've been working on the property continuously. He said we've been working on the property continuously. Gang, you had the property since 2019, gang. You had the property since February 2019. He said we've been working on the property continuously. It don't take 7 years. What is that? It don't take 6 years. Brother, gang, come on. What? DP time. Take him to the back. Bring him to the back.
Behind our backs. They were going to sell our schools behind our backs.
That's not how this works, Umar.
You ain't never at the school, gang. You never at the school. You never know what's going on with your school. You claim kids broke into your school. You didn't have no security, gang. You didn't have no alarm system, no surveillance cameras. You don't care about that school, gang. You just want to live, say that you got a school, say it's going to open up real soon, keep on saying you're renovating it, keep on blaming the people. And you just want to live this lifestyle of doing YouTube interviews and flying around the world and going back to Africa. You don't give a damn about the kids or none of that, gang. You trying to find your extra wife and all of this extra stuff. But you gotta understand, you try to create a purpose, but you're not living up to that purpose. Now you blaming everybody but yourself.
This is nuts.
They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received.
Listen, if you believe this guy, hit the 1. If you don't believe him, hit the 2. This is ridiculous. They have his PO. I wonder if there's anyone on planet Earth that believes this shit. It's actually insulting, real talk. It's insulting. You, Umar Johnson, followers, he's insulting your intelligence right here. So ridiculous. Like I said in the beginning, these bills go back to 2020. Umar hasn't paid them. So no, it's not all of a sudden.
What really took me to the next.
Oh, nah, we good, Queen. We good on it. We straight. We don't want no, oh yeah, we good on that too, Queen. We good. It's school time. We good on all that, Queen.
No phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers.
No one stole anything, Umar. Cut it out. See, here you go. Here you go. I'm the YouTubian struggle streamer that he's talking about, okay? You taking a big loss right now, homeboy, and you had this whole year, especially this month. This whole year, you've been having a bad year talking about other people's struggle streamers. You need to cut it out.
Stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers.
See, he has to say stole it. A liar.
The Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork.
This guy is crazy. Let's go.
Believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters.
You better not blame this on me.
And please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your.
Listen, if you don't stop, just come on now. That's enough.
Opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. Supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door with.
Well, I've been saying that for a long time. It's impoverished. Why are you going to be charging these families $500 a month for their children to enroll into 10 FDMG if it's a low income? Umar? Huh? So what are you talking about?
Rubber band and masking.
$500 a month. That was gonna be tuition at the school, $500 a month. Goddamn, Uncle Umar.
They put a notice on the school front door with.
So what? Why you gotta whine about everything? It's everything. And you know what else they put? And on top of that, when they put the paper up there, the paper was folded. I mean, don't nobody care about any of that, Umar. Why you gotta do this? Just man up, okay? You're always complaining about something.
Right.
And they put it up with a piece of tape and a rubber band, and also, you know, they left a footprint on the third step. Don't nobody care about all that, Umar. Why you gotta do that? You always complain. Well, I'm kind of complaining too, so let me stop.
It gets worse.
Here we go.
Back in April, when I found out about the overdue vacant property registration fees.
Even still, okay, you lying, okay? Because these bills go back to 2020, right? In other words, we're talking over 5 years, over half a decade later, and you just figuring this out. You just find this out. No, cut it out. You're lying. But even still, if you find this out in April, you have June, July, and part of August to get 3 months to get this taken care of.
That's what I said, gang. If you found this out in April, in 3 months, you could have goddamn got the balance straight. In 3 months, you coming at us when they gave your ass 20 days. Like, come on, gang, it's over.
If it's $38,388, let me get out my calculator, and we're gonna type in $38,388.22, and we're gonna divide that by 3 for 3 months. You would need to come up with $12,796 a month. Well, Umar, where's the money at? Because your bank accounts wasn't frozen back in April, right? These alleged bank accounts that are frozen, but then you said that they were canceled, and once you said they did.
It's not looking good, gang. It's not looking good, gang. It's not looking good, gang. Say you've been knowing about this since April. So there's $12,000, what he said, $12,000 a month. You could have paid $12,000 a month and paid off that balance to where you can keep your school. But your bank accounts wasn't frozen. So in April, when you found out about this, you could have paid off the balance. Now with 20 days left, your account is frozen. You coming to us with a sob story. But in April, when you found out about this, what did I say? I said an hour ago. If I found out about this in April, we is in August. Like, you should have came up with a payment plan. But you raised over $1.6 million since 2019. So you should have your bank account and your business account should have some bread in it. They froze your personal and your business account. You should have had enough bread in it to pay off this, what, $38,000 or something like that. This is not so I don't think Uncle Umar got no money for real. I don't think Uncle Umar got no, when he say they gonna the bank broke up with him and they gonna refund him his money. I don't think he's gonna get refunded the money to pay back this goddamn this foreclosure and this vacant property fees and all of this shit. He's not gonna have enough to do that. So what we gonna see is he gonna keep saying donate. You know what I'm saying? And tell us when his account get unseized or when he get his checks from the bank that he could, you know what I'm saying, make it all make sense. When in reality, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna actually get worse. You're gonna probably get your last $3,000 from the bank, and brother, you gonna be in the deep hole, brother. It's gonna get to Uncle Umar gonna be begging. He gonna be begging people, do anybody got a building? Do anybody got a building? That's what it's about to get to. Because this right here, this FDMG Academy shit in Delaware is gone. It's over with. It's over with. You're not about to come up with what they want in 11 days. Uncle Jose, what's goody?
What's up? Boy, I don't know, boy, because I want to think he started out with some good motivations and he got sidetracked along the way. I don't want to think he started out trying to scam people, but it looked like he probably started out good. Then some girl or something got involved. He was messing around with some chick. He got into some hole for doing something he's not supposed to be doing, and he spent the people money. So now he's just straight scamming. I don't know if he was scamming in the beginning, but now this is definitely scammery. You definitely shouldn't give him any more money. But if you give a man $1.6 million and he fuck that off, you can't trust him again. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that he probably started out good and he got involved in something he wasn't supposed to get involved in. He spent some money somewhere, and the bank looked at it and said, "This is not looking correct. We had to stop you." And now they're saying we don't. Apparently, according to what you say, they're saying we don't have to do with you because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And the same bank is probably going to take the property back and sell it. So I don't know, boy. Stop giving to the man. Stop listening to the man because obviously that man just scamming. He tripping. He in a hole he can't get out of it. He wants you to pay for all of his misdeeds now. Because for you to be living in America, have a $38,000 water bill, that means you never paid your water bill ever in the history of that building. Because
Exactly.
how much is your water bill? How much is your water bill a
My
month?
water bill
If your water bill
is
is
probably 30. My water bill is $30 a month or something like that.
$30 a month, so that means you and let's say if you did it with first of all, the bill has never been used, so I don't know how much his water bill could possibly be. I don't know what the minimum amount the water bill could be. So even if it's $100 a month, you still have never paid a water bill. That is crazy.
That's one of your
How you using water
Jose,
for?
that's one of your bills.
No, but how in the hell you so in a building that you never use? How you get a $38,000 water bill? That don't even sound correct. How much water he using? What he was doing? That's another
Now I
question.
think and yeah, I agree with that. And then another thing is this is probably over. I'm guessing this was since 2016, so this probably over nine. This probably around 9 years of an unpaid water bill because when he got the property in 2019, he took over all the past due bills, and the water bill was one of them. So I'm
How
guessing
much was
9 years. Go ahead.
it?
It don't make no sense, right,
How
Uncle
much was it
Jose?
when he took over? But how much of a water
Well,
bill could
it
he have
don't
possibly had to begin with?
yeah, it don't
Nah,
say it don't say how
something
much it was.
but something don't smell right here, man. Something ain't right. Now, if he, this is definitely high level scammery. And what happens sometimes with these guys is they like vagina and they end up getting in these debts because of vagina and all sort of other bad habits that they have.
Have,
And that's
have you
probably what happened.
have a bank have a bank ever kicked you out?
Nah, the only time you get into trouble with a bank is if you don't use your account. Even then, they don't kick you out. They might freeze your account for a little bit. You might have to pay back a little debt. But to say kick out, nah, something is not right there. Banks don't do that.
Like he got his bank broke up with him on his business account and his personal account. That is wow.
Wow. Yeah, boy.
They think you
Nah,
did fraud on both
nah.
accounts.
And they don't want no part of that shit. Yeah, they don't want to get
Right,
involved in that at all.
right.
See, listen, something ain't all right. Money going here, money going there. This supposed to be for this. Take your shit and go. We don't even want our name to be called in that kind of madness. That's crazy. So I don't know what they're
And
gonna do
and
now.
right. That's Uncle Jose. That's and look, this is what Uncle Lennon was saying. He don't have a job.
The man's a
So
fucking
I don't
psychiatrist.
maybe
The
I'm
man
tripping.
is a psychologist,
Maybe maybe I'm and look, and even Umar said this, but the way everything is going, I don't think Umar would just want to go work at a school. And from what he said, he basically is like, I don't take orders. So I don't know what the hell he gonna do, but he gonna need to get a
He's
job
a
for sure
psychologist.
because it's going
He's a
in the
psychologist. He
red.
can go into his
Go
own
ahead,
personal practice. He can go into his own personal practice. He's a
say it
psychologist.
again.
He's a psychologist. He can go into
Personal,
his own
okay,
personal practice.
okay, private
He's
practice.
actually he's a degree, and I guess whatever license he needs to have, he has it already. But he don't want to do that.
Man,
He wants to
I
come and
don't
say
even think
he doesn't want to do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't give him that. I don't think his license of psychology is even up to date. I think that shit expired. I think he tried to be a principal. He tried to be a damn principal at this new school.
Well, he will have to do something now. He had to figure it out. I don't know what to tell him.
It ain't gonna get no
But
better.
you know what the
Let's
sad,
go keep running. Let's keep running this game
but you
for
know
him.
what the sad part? People gonna still send him money.
Right. That's a
People
fact.
gonna still send him money. So
Hey,
he gonna
Uncle
be alright.
Jose.
He's doing that because he knew somebody gonna feel sorry.
Uncle Jose, it went from send me cash apps and send me PayPal's to send me Venmos and send me money orders. It went to that. So not only is his bank denying him, but these other apps is cutting him off.
Yeah, man. They don't want to part of that either. They don't want to part of that either. They don't want to. They don't want to be get caught in no fraudulent transaction either, because that's bad for them. They do that. Cash out for them doing good business. They don't want a part of that,
So
and he probably
they
can't get
don't
a
want
job nowhere either. And he
they
probably
don't
can't
want
get
no
no
part.
job nowhere either. Nah, they don't want a part of that. You know how big Cash App is.
Right.
They
Let's
don't
keep
want a part
let's
of
keep
that,
running
man.
this game film real quick.
Didn't exist. They didn't. So back in April, homeboy, you should have the money to be able to pay these bills, Umar, even if that's when you first, which is a lie. You didn't find out in April 2025. These bills go back to 2020, homeboy. Stop. But if we're gonna play Umar's head movies game where he's a pathological liar, he has to paint this narrative that he's being persecuted and they stole the thing off the door. They used tape and rubber band, and on top of that, they're trying to sell the school without me knowing. If you want to play that game, well, bottom line,
If you're gonna play that game, now we good. We don't need no none of that.
well, bottom line is over the last 3 months, Umar, you should have had the money inside of your account to pay this off, or at the very least, get to begging back in April. Well, you was begging back in April, so let me think about that. Get to begging back in May. Well, you were begging in May. Let me think about that one too. Get to begging in June. Well, you were begging in June, July. Yeah, you was begging. Wait a minute. He said April, right? April, May, June, July. It's actually 4 months. Okay. So we're going to take $38,388.22, and we're going to divide that by 4. That's $9,597 a month. Where'd the money go, Umar? There's a lot of money that's missing too, by the way. What you have to, if the issue is your bank accounts were frozen, that's recent, right? But going on back to April, didn't he say April? Well, why didn't you handle that back then, Umar, when they told you for the first time, allegedly? You see, let's keep going. See, it don't even make no sense. His story is his.
All right, so let me ask you, Uncle Jose. If they told you about this back in April, Malik was goody. If they told you about this back in April, and your accounts wasn't frozen, wouldn't you just paid off the balance back in April, Uncle Jose?
He didn't have it then either. He fucked up the money a long time ago. He didn't have it.
That's what I was about to get to. That's what I was about to get to. Uncle Umar don't got no money.
Well,
That's what I was about to get to.
He might have to get to prostituting, man. I don't know what he gonna do. He might have to start finding some old ladies and whatever. But we can't help him. We can't help him. He done. We can't help him.
that's the crucial point of this conversation. If he found out about
You
this in
can't help him.
April and his accounts wasn't frozen, then he should have paid this off in April. But the only reason you don't
He
pay this
didn't
off in
have it.
April is if you ain't got it.
Nah, man,
Uncle Malik,
he's
what's
done.
goody?
Can you hear me, brother?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me, man. I wrote on the comment section before my greeting. I don't know if you've seen it. I've been on about 10 shows over the last week, all the way up until last night. I do a lot of work with Learn Errrday. A lot of those numbers he got from me because I'm a registered grant writer, licensed in 3 states. Here in California, where I'm from, I've lived in Georgia, and I've also did this work in the state of Florida. I got Tasha K coming up on my schedule. I got the Breakfast Club coming up on my schedule because people have been using my expertise to explain to the people what exactly is going on with Umar Johnson that has absolutely nothing to do with the $38,000. That's current. First of all, thank you for having me. As you can see, I'm the West Coast chairman of the Black Beret Liberation Movement out of Phoenix, Arizona, under Malik El Ghani. I'm the current West Coast regional chairman of the Street Law Soldiers, based out of Washington, D.C., under Tashaka Sankofa. I'm the former West Coast regional chairman of the New Black Panther Party under the late, great Dr. Khalid Muhammad.
Let's go. Let's go.
Former member of the Nation of Islam, former educator. I'm running a Rites of Passage program right now where I took 3 boys out of juvenile hall, opened up my home, and rescued them from the juvenile justice system. A lot of these shows, you may have seen some of my, you may have seen me appearing on some shows where people are using my content and they're breaking it down. For instance, I've been on The Lounge, Mr. Let Go. I got a list here. I've been on about 10 shows all the way up until last night.
Give us the name of your channel so we can subscribe.
I don't use my YouTube channels, but you can. I'm a Facebook expert, and so I've been getting tons and tons of friend requests. So you can find me under not just this Malik Muhammad you see. That's why I wanted you to write it down. Okay. El Malik Abdul Muhammad, E-L, then Malik, middle name Abdul, last name Muhammad, with the E at the end, not an A. Malik Abdul Muhammad, E-L, M-A-L-I-K, full name Abdul, A-B-D-U-L.
I got you.
Last name Muhammad. Is it a picture with me with my hands held up?
Yes, sir.
Put it up. Let me see if we can. That's me, sir. What does it say under my under the little identification? What does it say?
West Coast Chairman, Street Law Soldiers, Black Beret Liberation Movement, Pit
There you go.
Barbecue.
There you go. Now, let me get, with all due respect from you and the last gentleman you call Uncle, with all due respect, let me get the speculation out the way because that's part of our problem. We're good at speculating, but we don't do research because 75% of the information, brother, that I've been sharing on all of these shows is public information. But what we make the mistake at doing, we have fell into the attitude of always looking for a savior, always looking for a God, a prophet, a so-called leader, especially if they look good and they sound good, which is exactly what happened with Umar Johnson. Let me address the question real quick that not me address this. I want to let you know that you're absolutely correct in what you just told the last caller. Umar Johnson is not licensed to be a psychologist, and he's never been licensed. That's why he can't just walk into school, walk in the hospital, and apply for a job. Umar's had one job as a principal, and they walked him off the campus with the police because he was trying to practice psychology, exactly as you just said, brother, at that same school on the under, trying to be a psychologist. Black people and most people need to understand, having a degree in something is not the same as having a license. In fact, if you have a license, they don't care about the degree because in order for you to get the license, you have to have a degree. So let's just stop all of this. Stop it, all of that. He doesn't have a license. He went to school to get a degree in psychology, and he never used it. An absolute, positively waste of time. For that matter, I'm a chef and a pit master. I work with organizations that exclusively cater to the homeless, feeding them under the shelters and feeding them in encampments. You can meet a lot of PhDs, Dr. Umar Johnsons, all day, every day throughout this country at homeless shelters and homeless encampments. There's absolutely nothing special about Dr. Umar Johnson. Well, I don't normally call him doctor, but I just wanted to throw that out there. The problem, unlike me, Umar is the standard of black men, and especially single black women, because they're not used to having people like him around them. Where in my case, Brother Super Gravy, I come from a family of educators. My two older brothers was getting doctor's degrees when Umar Johnson was running around in North Philly still shitting in his diaper. I have a master's degree. My mother went to school and got a nursing degree, although she had 10 children. You know, I got doctors and lawyers all up and down my family. And what I mean when I say we have been tricked into Umar being a standard, because we don't look at Umar as the man that raised me, including I'm also the former Junior Panther, and Dr. Huey P. Newton was my very first revolutionary teacher, brother. See, and of course, you know, Dr. Huey P. Newton also had a degree. He just didn't go around bragging about it. Neither one of my brothers bragged about it, and none of my sisters and cousins and other friends and college mates that have doctor's degrees. That's all egotistical, which is one of his biggest problems. That's all narcissistic, which is one of his biggest problems. He's an habitual liar, and we just have to understand that. Black people, we are not a perfect people. We are not a monolithical people. We have fuck-ups in our family. We have fuck-ups among us, excuse my language, just like any other family, just like any other race. And unfortunately, brothers and sisters, I'm sorry for you Umarians. I'm sorry for you cult-like members. I'm sorry for those. Umar happens to be one of them. The only difference that separates Umar is that the stage, the microphone, and the camera has saved him. If you take the stage, microphone, and camera away from Umar right now, he's no different than doctor degree people that I've met, like I just said, in homeless parks and encampments. I'm sorry y'all don't want to accept this, but this is the way it is. This is reality. And what you're seeing is a mirage of the man that Dr. Umar used to be when he walked around well shaved. He was wearing suits and all that. See, he got into the conscious community, put on the dashikis, used his gift of gab, used his great orator skills, used his great speaking skills, and ran a perfect con. Yes, there's a con. Stop with all of this, what Umar's intentions was. Give me a few minutes, brother. I don't want to take over your show, but I've been on 10 shows.
Uncle Malik, pop your shit. You good?
Okay. First of all, nothing having to do with Delaware, nothing having to do with $38,000. Okay. In 2022, Umar is from North Philly. He started his first nonprofit in Philly. Umar was not he didn't have his very first nonprofit at the time. Let me stop right there before I go any further. And please hold on, get that joint or whatever away from your mouth, because you might choke when I tell you this, with all due respect, brother. You guys have to remember, Umar started collecting money in 2009. Umar didn't get his first nonprofit until 2019. There's Umar has 10 years of collecting donations in which there's absolutely no record for. So again, you guys are looking at 2019 current. No, if you remember the St. Paul thing with the fake college, that's in 2009, brother. And if you've been watching Learn Errrday can verify anything that I've told you. How do we know this? Because we research. See, black folks, unfortunately, we don't like to read. We don't like to read. And if you don't like to read, you cannot be a research specialist like me and the Learn Errrday and the KKCR. See, we want everything spoon-fed to us like a baby, an innocent baby in the crib, having to be fed out of her little baby bowl. See, 75% of this information, again, before I go any further, is right here. The same cell phone, computer, laptop that you use to get on dating sites, to take pictures at a club with your titties and ass and chest all up in the air. You can use that same internet, those same devices, and pull up this information. With that being said, in March of 2022, brothers and sisters, Umar Johnson was sent a cease and desist letter from the Commonwealth of the state of Pennsylvania. In March of 2022, Umar Abdullah Johnson was sent a cease and desist letter in 2022 to stop collecting donations. Do not ask for another copper penny, a wooden nickel until you come. Here we go. Why? Now, what is the cease and desist letter? It's an order to immediately stop accepting donations. What came with that cease and desist letter, brother Super Wavy, is it automatically revoked his very first nonprofit. This is not Umar Johnson's first nonprofit. See the look you give me? You give me that look because you didn't know this. This is why I've been on 10 shows, brother. This is what I do. I'm licensed in 3 states. I've been writing grants all over this country, all over this world for almost 20 years. Okay? And I'll get into that because another violation under nonprofit that you guys could have looked up, Umar only has one board member on his board, which is him. That's a violation. Do I not know what I'm talking about, sir? That is a violation of nonprofit law. Okay, so let me get back so I won't confuse the people. The reason why Umar was sent the cease and desist letter to don't collect another dime from the day the letter hit his hand is because when he applied for his very first nonprofit in 2019, now remember, from 2009 all the way to 2019, he was collecting money. I'm bringing that back up because that's part of the reason why he got the cease and desist letter. Also, because when he applied for the 219 nonprofit, it took them until 2022 to realize that Umar, number one, again, had been collecting money for 10 years unreported. He didn't have a nonprofit status. And then number two, the paperwork that he turned in, Brother Super, he was janky, and plus he hadn't paid taxes. So the cease and desist letter automatically stopped him from collecting donations. By the way, anywhere in the state of the United States, tax problems is tax problems in the United States. It doesn't matter what state, city, or county you live in. So let me make that perfectly clear before you get questions like Malik, but you said it came from the Commonwealth. It doesn't matter. It came from the government of the Commonwealth for Umar Johnson to not collect a wooden nickel. He should not have been collecting money, brothers and sisters, even for Wilmington, Delaware. He should not have been collecting money, brothers and sisters. He should not have been collecting brothers and sisters, since he got that cease and desist letter. Okay? See what this brother just said? He saw me. I'm good friends with Learn Errrday. I've been on 10 shows up until last month, strictly for that. This is not the bad mouth Umar. This is not that typical stuff we get while you're bringing another black man down. We are the only race of people that don't like to have those that look like us held accountable. And then when we create these monsters like Umar Johnson and the white man get involved, then we want to play the white man game like he said in the camper the other day and blamed it on the white man. This has nothing to do with racism. This has nothing to do with Umar Johnson having a travel problem, a prostitution, buying sex, traveling all over the world, and snorting cocaine powder up his nose. That's what this is about. Okay, let me make that perfectly clear. This is all documented, record, public. Umar will never be able to be a teacher. Umar will never be able to run a school because he has a 2003 and a 2018 cocaine charge on his record. I'm not making this up. Naturally, 70s is not making this up. This is all public information if our lazy asses had a sit at the computer and looked it up. It's all a facade. It's all a game, a con, a scam from day one. Let me get to the school real quick. The reason why it's in and what I've been using, Umar has used the school, Wilmington, Delaware, as a cash cow. This is something else, and this is why I take this personal, and it's so disappointing, brother, because when Umar bought those buildings sit on the same list that they sit on 6.5 years ago and 4.5 years before he bought them, all on public record. It sits on contaminated soil. I am also a licensed retired contractor. This is why the people have me on the show. You just had that verified from the 70s that just got off and told you. I'm very, very good friends with Learn Errrday. We've been throwing numbers around, KKC, all of these shows for years. I told the people in my family leading up to this, everything that I said was going to happen to Umar Johnson has happened, and then some. Period. If you go pull up the property right now, Brother Super, this is not brain surgery, rocket science, or trickery.
Right.
Those buildings on both sides of the street sits on contaminated soil. The only way you can get rid of contaminated soil is to have millions upon millions upon millions and upon millions of dollars, because you're bringing in heavy duty equipment that bursts up concrete, okay, and asphalt. More so with the street that the schools sit on just being newly paved just last year. So you would have to go and repay for that because you got to tear that up. Contaminated soil can only be removed by busting up the concrete on the sidewalks, busting up the asphalt in the street, going down there and removing the contaminated soil. This is why not only do they sit on the vacant property list, they are also classified as in a Browning area. Browning area are normally across this country is in very, very poor, low-income neighborhoods, just like this school. This school also sits, which a lot of you didn't know, literally under 2 miles walking distance from a level 5 prison. Less than 2 miles walking distance of a level 5 prison. That's why when people like myself, when you go out and you buy a house, you check the neighborhoods, you check the school district, you see if they're by prisons, you see if they're about homeless, you do all of that. Well, Malik, why did Umar buy the buildings? Let's get back to Philadelphia. And thank you for your support, Naturally 70s. I'm glad that, not that I've been questioned, but I'm glad that someone got on here and confirmed that this is what I do. I've been on 10 shows, and I told you the ones I have scheduled. I'm just waiting for them to get back to me. Tasha K, and on the Breakfast Club, I'll get into that. You guys can sue the Breakfast Club under class action lawsuit because they didn't hold Umar Johnson accountable, and they should have, by asking him tough questions, which would not have put more money in Umar's pocket from being on the show, and it would not have put more money in the radio station's pocket. Ratings, remember, when it comes to TV and radio, brother, the language is we call it ratings. In the TV and radio business, ratings is money, brothers and sisters. So every time Umar appeared on shows like the Breakfast Club, that he put money in their pocket. On the flip side, Brother Wade, they put money in his pocket because people that may not were going to donate, oh, if Umar Johnson is on the Breakfast Club, you understand, I'm watching you, then that must be he's okay. This is what you mean when you hear them say politicians did a interview with Kamala. They offered her soft questions. That just simply means you didn't ask her any questions that would hold her accountable for things that she has done in the past.
Hey, Uncle Malik,
or in this case with Umar.
Let me ask you this, Uncle Malik. Did you think,
sure.
and this is my first time ever hearing about contaminated soil. Do you think that Umar knew about this contaminated soil when he bought the building, or how you think that played out?
Sir, I just said that. I just said that. I'll tell you why he bought the building. If you go ahead and answer your question, I just said that. When I'm saying it's public information, I'm not just talking about people that don't have anything to do with the building. Why would Umar Johnson not know anything about it if he's buying the building? If I know it, I don't give a damn about the building. Why would he not know? Why you think he didn't hire a real estate agent? Why you think he didn't hire a real estate agent in which a real estate agent would have pulled what's called a termite report? A termite report comes with every property that you have an opportunity to buy, and your realtor pulls that for you. A termite report tells you everything that's wrong with the property. Umar didn't need an attorney. Umar didn't need a relative. Am I making sense, brother? He didn't need a real estate agent because he already knew the fucking buildings was what, you know how many different schools that place has been? You think that's the first school if Umar had opened it? No, it's contaminated soil. The state of Delaware and the city of Wilmington, their inspectors is the ones that told the city to put it on the abandoned properties list and to list it as being part of the Browning area. And it's also listed under in parentheses. If Umar hadn't bought the buildings, they probably would have been torn down by now, brother. Okay. Why?
So basically, you saying he knew that the properties were on contaminated soil and he was still building upon it, still doing restorations or whatever to the building. So with this comment right here, he never had intent, Natural 70, shout out to you, sister. She said he never had intentions of opening a school. Do you think that's the case? They never was gonna give him the green light, so he just gonna keep
Hold on, brother. Ask her am I lying if she think Umar knew that person. Ask him if I'm lying.
She said he absolutely knew.
And I'll tell you how. Brother, the buildings had been on the buildings had been on schedule to be torn down 6 years before Umar Johnson bought them.
So can I ask you a question, Brother Malik? If this is the case, how could you be legally allowed to sell a property knowing that there's violation? You shouldn't be allowed to live there.
Very good question. Very good question, because I've been asked that pretty much on every show. Because it's not against the law to sell the property, because if I sell you the property, super, I'm going to assume that you're going to do everything that needs to be done to it. You have the millions and millions. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir? Okay? That's why. It's not against the law to sell it, because if they didn't want to sell it, they wouldn't have sold it and they would have already been torn down instead of being listed on the abandoned properties list. Just like I'm a contractor. I bought a lot. I've remodeled a lot. I've remodeled a lot of homes that were bought off the city's abandoned property list, because the people knew that they were going to hire a licensed general contractor and turn around and make the boarded up dump, just like those buildings, turn it into from a boarded up dump into not a house, but a home, because they knew they had the money to repair it, because once again, the termite report is going to tell you absolutely positively everything that's wrong with the property, which gives you an opportunity to decide if it's worth investing into that house, or in this case with Umar Johnson, if you have the money. So no, he didn't hire a real estate agent. It wasn't by accident, because he already knew. No, he didn't hire a lawyer, which is why he took over those charges, because people have been asking me questions where, why is he getting charges in 2016 and he bought the building in 2019? Because it's called as is. You see it on car lots every single day. As is. If you're going to buy abandoned property that we technically want to sell, but you want to buy it, okay? I said that already, Naturally 70. Thank you for verifying everything I said. Okay? Bad investment, not a smart investment. But when you're running and being slick and being a con, this is what happens. And I blame the people just as much as I blame Umar Johnson, because 75% of the information, if I talk for 1 hour or 15 hours, doesn't change the fact it's all verifiable information. One sister got on the show yesterday, day before yesterday I was on, and while I was on, she got on there and pulled the record and said, this brother ain't lying. Everything he said is true. I went right to Umar's tax records and looked at them. What is she talking about? This is what I want you guys to understand. 2 of the last 4 years, Umar had the audacity to report on his nonprofit taxes that he collected $0 in donation. Okay, so leave that $38,000 book alone. That's the least of Umar Johnson's problems. Okay, the year before the zero, he did 600 or something thousand. 1 year he did a zero, then it was like 400 something thousand, and then a zero. Brothers and sisters, the IRS are not stupid people. They pay people very well to sit in rooms, put numbers together, just like I charge $100 an hour to write grants and to start nonprofit, because I deal with numbers. If you want me to find you $2,000, $2 million from various nonprofits that give out donations, you're going to pay me $100 an hour to do it. If you don't already have a nonprofit organization, I can also start you up from scratch. That is my specialty, and I'm also a tax man because I deal with numbers. Any questions before I go any further, so I won't confuse the people? But I'm sure I asked the guy's question when he asked, why would the city sell a building? It's not against the law. Any boarded up house in your neighborhood, brother, if it's been boarded up for 15 years, as long as it is standing, let me make that clear. As long as it is standing, brother, it's for sale. As long as it is standing, it's for sale. Let me say that one more time. As long as it is standing, it's for sale. Okay? As long as it is standing, it's for sale.
Well,
because they're going to assume you have pulled a real estate agent. The real estate agent has pulled the termite report, and that house that's been sitting up for 15 years on your block, the termite report is going to tell you everything wrong with that house.
All right, hold on real quick, Uncle Malik. Uncle Jose, you got it echo. What was you trying to say?
I was just want to tell him thanks for your information, bro, because now it's starting to make more sense, because I said the same thing you just said. You had to have some type of bad habit to be spending money like that. Something had to be wrong. It had to be drugs or something. I don't know what it is, but the whole thing is not sounding correct. And you know the sad part, brother Malik, people still gonna make an attempt and feel sorry for the man. You know, he's still gonna be collecting.
Of course they are.
He's still gonna.
Of course they are, because he's a lot of people's savior. He's a lot of people's black messiah. He's a lot of people's leader, whatever you want to call him. I can't do anything about that, but it's not going to change the facts that I'm sitting here giving you in all the programs that I've been on across this country. Okay, and again, I don't have to argue, fuss, and fight, nor will I, because 75% of what I'm sharing with you is public information. It's that simple.
Go ahead, Uncle Malik.
May I continue? Yes, thank you. So let's get back to Philadelphia and bring this to a close. So because Umar was collecting money for 10 straight years without nonprofit status, they found out about that even after he got his first nonprofit in 2019. Again, even when applying for his nonprofit in 2019, it took them a while to realize that not only was Umar had did some paperwork wrong, which he could have hired someone like me. Let me throw that in, Brother Super. He could have hired someone like me to fix it in maybe a day's time. But Umar also is very, 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 very lazy. And to show you how lazy he is, He had a court date, brothers and sisters, for the $38,000 that was on the list, and he did not show up, just like there's been many times he hasn't shown up for child support. Stop giving these Negroes a pass because you like the way they talk to you, tug at your heart, and make you feel. Umar Johnson is a street Philly nigga, tied at the tongue, happens to be educated and articulate. Okay? I don't know what else the hell you want me to tell our people. Okay? We always looking for a leader, and he's not. You guys should have been through with Umar when he did what he did to his daughter. I'm a father of 4 children. I lost my firstborn daughter, brother. It'll be 4 years ago at 38 years old on the 15th of December. How Umar treated his daughter, I took it very, very personally, because that is a time where Umar should have did what he should be. Instead of y'all Google and Gaga over Umar, y'all need to tell him to get his ass off social media, get his head together, okay? Go take care of his mother, because that's another case he's dealing with. I don't know if you heard a little bit about that, okay? And then go find his other 2 daughters, all 3 of his children, and build a relationship with them. Umar is not in a position to walk around this country, travel around this country, stand on stages and with microphones and cameras. He's not qualified to tell anybody any goddamn thing. Excuse my language, and I said it. So I'm going to say this again before I go any further. Everything that we are getting as a people, we absolutely deserve it. And like the brother just said, that was just on here, I think he's still on here, Brother Jose, you still are going to have people that are defending him, okay, and going to try to play that blame game. We always want to play the blame game because in the Black community, we also have an accountability problem. Unless it's a family member. See, Hosea get mad at his sister for owing her $5 20 years ago, but he won't be upset at Umar for conning him out of $50 for a school that he never had any intentions of building. That's an accountability problem that we have in Black homes and Black communities across this country. This is why I said, just like Frankenstein in the lab, we built Umar Johnson, and he knows that. You all have spoiled him. That's why he has no problem begging and expects you to give it to him. Am I making sense to you, brother, before I go any further? Because I'm preaching here. See, he don't have no problem asking because you Negroes have always given. And if all I had to do was ask, and my business is being a con every day I wake up, what the hell you think I'm going to do? You guys have taken care of Umar better than you would take care of your father if he was living in a wheelchair suffering from dementia. I don't give a damn who don't like it. It's the truth. You have put Umar in the entitlement category. You've done it, Black men, especially Black women. You've done it. See? And not one question. Nobody yet has asked him where he said, oh, we just paid a $1,000 water bill. Where's the receipt? All of my qualifications, brother, I have documentation and I have pictures. Not only that, let me get back so I won't be all over the place. They ran his ass out of Philadelphia. Stop collecting donations. First nonprofit revoked. This Cash App recently shut down. It's not Umar Johnson's first Cash App, brother. It's his second Cash App because once he got the cease and desist letter, which automatically suspended his nonprofit. Any Cash App, PayPal that's connected to that to FDMG are automatic cancel because unlike us, the banking institution has sense enough to say, hey, brother Super, why are you still getting donations on PayPal? Why are you still getting donations from Cash App? If the records show, are you with me, brother Super? It's not brain surgery, sir. It's not brain surgery. Am I making sense, sir?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, because the record show you have a cease and desist order, not a nice letter. Please, will you? You have a certain no. Order means it has already been signed by the judge. Once this hits your hand, it is immediate. Do not collect a wood nickel or copper penny. Period. Shut down the Cash App. Let me tell you where the building comes in. That's why you don't hear him talking about GoFundMe. Now, this is besides Cash App and PayPal. He had $400 and some that he had collected on GoFundMe alone, Brother Super. Are you with me, sir? So remember, cease and desist, no donation, Cash App, and the revoking of his 5013 status. Because let me say this. Having a nonprofit is a privilege, it's not a right. It's just like driving. Just because you pay me to apply for you to get a grant doesn't mean that the government has to accept. Let me also tell you how crazy we are as a people, because we bought in Umar talking about he didn't want no government loans, he didn't want no grants. Let me tell you guys how far off we are, man, how we are a mirror of Umar as a people. Not everybody, but you understand my point. Because if you got a nonprofit organization, you are connected using Umar's language, you are as connected to the white man's government as you can get. See how silly that sounds? You are as closely having a nonprofit status is worse than, if you don't like the government, that's worse than getting money from the government. Damn fool. You see where I'm going with this, brother? If you have a grant, because the government is simply allowing you a whole lot of perks, and the number one perks being you don't have to report on monies. Okay, you don't get taxed on that. But it is as close to the white man's government as you can get. You see where I'm going with this, brother? We bought into that. Didn't ask any questions. Nobody ever said like the Breakfast Club, oh, head on. Whatever, I don't call the man the guy, whatever Shamalad the guy. Well, hold on, brother Umar. You keep saying you don't want to get grants and all of that, which will help you get this school off the ground. But Dr. Umar, I'm Shamalad the guy. This is why you can sue them, and I'm giving the people a clear example. But Dr. Umar, do you know if you're nonprofit status, that's as close to the government as you can get, especially understanding that the government doesn't have to give it to you because you apply. I've tried to start nonprofits for hundreds of people, and it wasn't granted. So if it's granted to you, you have rules and regulations to abide by, just like anything else. It's just that simple. But let me make it clear. Being granted nonprofit status with the perks that come with it is a privilege, is not a right. And just like your driver's license, Brother Super, can be suspended, your nonprofit tax ID numbers can be revoked. Now, does that more so help you understand what I'm talking about? The very first nonprofit was shut down in 2022. See what he said? That's also why he didn't want no government's assistance. That's also why he's committing a major violation by the only person being on his board. Okay? That is against the law. But Negroes too busy falling in love with him and defending him instead of helping him by saying, hey, Umar, you got to go get your board. You have to have a board. You have to have bylaws. Umar doesn't even have a mission statement. And the mission statement is simply telling the people a very simple one paragraph is a mission statement. What your program is about, what it's going to offer, and what's the purpose of it. He doesn't even have that. And here we go again. No questions. If you don't ask questions, you can't hold a person accountable. Am I making sense, brother, before I go any further?
Yeah, you're making a lot of sense. You're making a lot of sense. And I appreciate the information. Okay. But we know.
So this is what happened.
But we know that this man would have.
This is what happened.
understand that before he started a nonprofit organization. We would assume that he would
See
know.
what he just said?
We would assume that he would know that.
See what Jose just
He
said?
should know that. He should know that.
Okay, then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Stop making excuses. But did Umar know the buildings was banded and it was on bad soil?
He should have known
Every
that.
fucking body in the United States.
Should have known that.
If you deal with say it again, sir.
He should have known that. Somebody should have explained that to him. I know they would have explained that to him when he went to start these organizations. They make sure and explain these things. For this exact reason that
once again, Jose, you have it. Once again, Jose, with all due respect, you have it wrong because he mentioned buying the Delaware buildings before he bought them.
Okay.
So again, we got to stop making these excuses.
I'm saying you're correct. He would have known these things before he went into these situations because they have to be explained to him legally. So he would have known that. And when you get information, that's when you know he's on bullshit. That is when you understand what it is.
There we go.
They have to explain to you these things legally.
Now let's get
involved. It's their responsibility to lead.
Now let's get into.
Hold up, Uncle Jose.
Now let me get into Delaware so I can wrap this up. Now remember, 3 things has already happened in Philadelphia. No donations, nonprofit revoked, Cash App shut down. Here comes GoFundMe. GoFundMe contacted Umar. Here we go. Are you listening, brother Jose? I want you to hear this, buddy, because y'all getting it. Because of the other 3 things, the Cash App, the revoke, PayPal contacted, not PayPal, even though he had PayPal shut down too, but I'm talking about the main ones. At the time, it was 400 and some thousand with GoFundMe. GoFundMe contacted Umar and said, Umar, same thing like Cash App, due to you losing your nonprofit status through the city of Philadelphia, the state of Pennsylvania, we are going to start giving back refunds. Listen to me, brothers and sisters. Are you there, brother Jose? With all due respect, this is number 5 because Cash App, PayPal, revoke, and what's your name has already happened. So here comes the very last one, which is the GoFundMe. We are going to start issuing, brother Super and Jose, refunds from your GoFundMe account. In order to keep that money and to continue to collect that money, he ran his ass to Delaware, bought those abandoned buildings on bad soil that he needed about, and that's why he kept moving the goalposts. Now we're into Wilmington, Delaware. Before I knock Delaware out of the way, because there's some things that donors need to know that I must go over that they have a right to, which is another of many mistakes that we made. But we're going into Delaware now. Before I go any further, are there any questions? Okay. Before I get into the building and anything that has to do with Delaware, another mistake that we made is that 75% of the people that have given Umar Johnson donations will not get credit for it on their taxes. 75% of the people that have given donations even now, of course, the ones from 2009 to 2019, that's out of the way. That's why me and Leonard has it at the low end of 1.6, and that's just based on his tax records. But if you think about 10 years of donation, Umar could have very easily collected. We got it at 5.3 to 5.5 million. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. This is what you guys have allowed Umar Johnson to do to you. 10 years of collecting donations, and you don't even have a nonprofit. Nobody's having you upon. Let me give y'all an example. I've traveled all over the world. While y'all was hoo-ha and Google gaga with Umar every time he goes to Africa, that's $5,000 round trip first class that donors paid for. All those nice outfits that old brother Super, that's a nice jacket you got on, brother Umar. We call it playing in your face. Your dumb ass is paid for it. All them nice tennis shoes and all them nice pieces of jewelry and chains going all of your ass paid for it. And instead of holding him accountable, you up there goo gaga, stroking his ego, making him feel that it's okay to take non-profit money and spend it. You cannot take non-profit money and spend it. However, and this is also, brother Super, and to get the joint away from you, because you might choke, Umar could have paid himself a salary. Sound like you knew that. Everybody on your board of directors gets a salary. In California, a board president can make up to $200,000 to $250,000. In a poor state like Delaware, Umar could at least made $100,000. Because guess what, brother Super? When I write the grant, it's not just for operational costs for your overall nonprofit. Your salaries are included in the grant that I write for you. Do you understand, sir? This is not fucking brain surgery. You need a $2 million grant. 1.5 million of it, brother Super, is to run the overall operations of your nonprofit, gas, all of that. The other 500,000 could be for salaries. Umar did not have to rob the people because he could have been walking. And it ain't like it's an everyday job. You ain't got to meet in California but twice a month. And you can do it over the fucking computer. But I'm going to tell you one more time. And if you haven't recognized this, and all the years he's been on video and all the things that he say, Umar is a lazy ass, trifling ass black man. He will not even get in one of those rental cars and drive to the court in Delaware and take care of these problems. I don't want to hear no excuses from our people. I don't want to hear it. Every time you see him in a different car, that's a rental car your black ass is paying for. Let me tell you another mistake we made. How many times have you heard anybody ask Umar, what are you doing with the money you make from your book and your speaking engagements? How come you don't never talk about how much of your money? Tell me I'm lying and I'll get off this video. Tell me I'm lying, brother. Tell me anything I'm saying is not the truth.
Keep popping your shit, huh? Keep popping your shit.
See what this person just said? That's what y'all asses get. That's what your asses get. Why the fuck, if I'm Umar Johnson with a fucking doctorate degree, do I need to go get a job and my goddamn community been taking care of me for 15 fucking years? You sound like a goddamn fool to Umar, even telling him some shit like that. He says, so Mr. I got to answer this because he said it the second time. So Mr. Muhammad, do you believe that his intentions to open the school was? No, I already covered that. No. Absolutely not. Because that's coming, Jason. Trust me, that's coming. Umar's going to prison. Okay? You don't fuck with the federal government. Let me give you guys an example. Brother, how many of you all listening remember the movie Set It Off? Set It Off. How many of y'all remember Luther, who's dead, bless his soul, owned the janitorial service that Vivica Fox and what's your name owned? How many of y'all remember that in the movie? In the movie, there was a scene, I forgot the actor's name, but if you remember, brother Super, she was the only person in the movie that had the baby. Remember, she had the little boy, and he drank the poison and went to, okay, there was a scene in the movie, she was trying to get Luther to pay her under the table. Take your time and remember. Remember, she was getting welfare and stuff. What is Luther famous saying in that movie? He says, there's 3 people in this country I do not fuck with. The I, the R, and the S. They are the only government entity that has control over any and all aspects of your life. They know more about you than you know about yourself. And once a black man get under the guise of the FBI, Give your heart to whatever you call your God, because your ass belongs to them. Period. And I'm going to tell you guys again, stop giving Umar money. If you're going to give Umar money foolishly, you bet not give it to him using your debit card and all of that shit. Because let me tell y'all something. When FBI opens investigation, they look at everybody, even innocent people that didn't do anything wrong. But are they gonna call your ass or make a knock on your door? Absolutely. Well, why, Malik? Because they want to see if you tied in to Umar Johnson's embezzlement game because you gave him donations. You know what I mean? So I'm telling y'all now, all that hit me on my personal PayPal and Umar Johnson's side. That is all being recorded by the FBI. If you notice, let me tell you how bad this is. And let me get rid of all excuses that some of you may have for Umar. Do you remember in the begging video about when he first talked about his accounts being closed? We all know Umar loves money, right? Watch this, brother. Listen to this, super stupid, just to show you how bad this shit is. Do you notice he told the people, stop mailing in checks and money orders? Did he not say, we know Umar loved money, he ain't giving nobody nothing. Did he not tell the people to stop sending in checks and money orders? You know why? Because unlike y'all who want to make excuses, Umar knows he's under investigation, and that would have contributed to what's called mail fraud. Anybody got any questions or excuses so I can knock them down with my sledgehammer?
Man, let me drop that goddamn link one more time. Uncle Jose, you there? So he can knock him down with his sledgehammer. Hey, Uncle Malik, man, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, it's looking like Umar. It's looking like Umar gonna be in jail now. He gonna have to if what's going on here. He's gonna have to go to jail. Maybe his black power movement and his Muslim name might help him in jail. But that's all it's good for now.
This is why I said before I go, Umar should have took a break. Umar should have took a break from social media, you guys. See what they just said? He loves money and women. He should have got off social media. I got a lot of love for Umar, man. He's my brother. I've sat on panels with him across this country. And I told Umar everything I told Umar not to do, because when he comes to California, you can look this up. He always goes to Berkeley, which is a small city outside of my home city of Oakland. He always goes to Berkeley and speak at a place called the Black Repertory Theater. So I would always go hear him speak. And that's how me and him connected way back, like as recently as 2015. And I told Umar free advice. I told Umar, we didn't go into no heavy details. Hey, brothers, like it's you, I would say, hey, brother Super, I know you started the nonprofit. I know you collected donations. How the donations going? How the school going? And then I would say, oh, and by the way, brother Super, make sure you keep up with the records, because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know that just because you have nonprofit, which I got into the tax thing, you still have to be held accountable for the money. The government is not going to let you collect hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and they not get their cut, at least by on records. At least if I'm going to let you get a tax exempt, can you at least make your books right, brother Super? Let me say one more thing before I go. That's also very, very sad when you see how simple it is. Not one donor asked Umar Johnson to open the books. Do you know, brother, that when you have a nonprofit, a homeless man can walk off the street out of a park that he slept in, walk up to you and say, hey, brother Super, I understand you got a nonprofit. I want to take 5 of my last $10 and I want to give it to you. However, brother Super, I need you to open your book so I can see what you do with your other. All of that, it doesn't matter if it's 1 penny, $100, 1,000, or 100,000. These are the rules and regulations. If you want the white man's nonprofit, you have to abide by the white man's nonprofit law, period. So now let me ask you a question to show you how severe it is. Did you know that?
The about the opening the books.
Yes. Did you know you had the right to call Umar and tell him you come to Delaware and you need to see his books? And by the way, he has 3 days. But by the way, he has 3 days. By the way, he has 3 days to comply. See?
Nah, I ain't know that.
It's so sad you have to laugh to keep from crying. So I get it. Yes.
Wow. You got 3 days to comply.
Let me share a story with you real quick in case you don't believe me. You may have seen a video one day where Umar, as always, was recording in front of the school. A white man that lives in the neighborhood walked up to Umar to give him a donation. Umar ran the whole thing about, no, we only taking money from black people. And black people that was on the video, because I was on the video, listened, oh, yeah, where'd they go, Dr. Umar? You told him. It wasn't no black power move. Umar knew, unlike us, that white man would have held his ass accountable. Well, what do you mean, Malik? 6 months after he took that donation from that white man would have said, hey, man, I know I gave you $5,000. That was 6 months ago. I don't see no improvement in the school. I see you around here picking up trash. I see you around here video all the time. See, white folks ain't going for that shit. But I don't see no construction crew. Does that not make sense to you? See, because we got, you told him, Papa. You told him. No. Umar is a very smart man, and his degree is fucking with the mind. Brother Super, in closing, he knew exactly what he was doing. Okay? That's why, and this is what makes it bad. That's why he only deals and takes away from his own people. Since I've been on these shows doing my little tour, I've had women come out, Malik, I paid $5 less on my bill to give it to Umar Johnson. This is what the fuck you get. You didn't ask him for any receipts. Okay? You show me like me and Learn Errrday does. You're familiar with Learn Errrday. I know people on here like Naturally 70s. Learn Errrday is not, it's not even Learn Errrday's problem. But so the people won't be misinformed. What does Learn Errrday do? He put the goddamn evidence on the screen. Tell me I'm lying, I leave. And get mad like she said when you ask it. See? But guess who got some receipts for his black ass though? The FBI. Under the umbrella of the IRS. See? And don't ask me, yeah, he going to jail. They might pick his ass up from in front of those bandos. They might knock on his mama's door. They might go get him off one of these goddamn stages that these people keep holding him and hosting him for whatever reason. But you know, when the FBI come, they don't make no mistakes, brother. They don't work like your city police. They don't work like your city government where if you get news, you can hurry up and go get it. They sit back and watch you. And watch you, and watch you, and watch you. That way, when they come and get your ass, Brother Super, every I is dotted, every T is crossed. And again, whatever your God call him, call your God, because your ass is going to belong to them. And I don't want to hear no excuses for black people, because he's still sitting in the car. I was on the show last night. And I made the people realize he's still begging, but if you notice, he's trying to do it under sending it to my personal PayPal. Have you not noticed that? Because he knows since 2022, he's not supposed to be asking people for donation. So even then, they still gave him 3 years. It's 2025 now to stop it. But he's addicted to what somebody put on the screen. He's addicted to drugs, pussy, traveling, cameras, stages, and microphones. Period.
6
Period.
protein.
Hey, Uncle Malik.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Uncle Malik.
If you have any questions,
yes, Uncle Malik. To make sure I got the narrative clear, and I'm gonna let you go after me, Uncle Jose. To make sure I got the narrative clear, not the narrative, but the facts clear. you saying that he raised some money on his GoFundMe, and in order for him to get the money from the GoFundMe, he had to purchase some buildings and make it look right? Is that what you said?
Bingo.
Okay, gotcha.
Just like say for instance, let me give you an example that goes right along with what you said. Excellent. It shows that you're listening, brother. Excellent. You would have passed my class test. Excellent observation. That's exactly what I'm saying. We also call it moving the goalposts. You keep making these 10 or 15 yard passes. Every time you're running back, he running the ball 8 or 9 yards, yet you wonder why you ain't never getting into the end zone. You remember, and I'm just saying that to say, Umar done had what, about 15 opening dates? He kept moving the goalposts, brothers and sisters, because he knew the building would never be brought up to code to contain what you hear him saying, a certificate occupancy, which is just another way of saying a business license. Umar knew it was never going to happen. So every year in August, he came up with an excuse to not open the school in September. We call that moving the goalposts. How are you my quarterback? I'm your receiver. Jose the running back. You know I done did 5 catches on this drive for 10 or 15 yards. Jose done had 8 or 9 yard runs. But every time we look up, we further and further away from the goddamn end zone. It's called moving the goalposts. So don't come at me with no goddamn sympathy for Umar. If you want him to be your Jesus and God, go right ahead. But I'm going to leave you with what I've left every audience in the 5, the 10, now 11 shows that I've been on. Since you love him and admire him so much, make sure you get his address and his prison PIN number that's on his shirt so you can make sure he gets his letters. Thank you all for joining me. My name is El Malik.
Uncle Malik. Uncle Jose probably got something to say to you. Uncle Jose, you there?
Oh, go right ahead. I'm sorry. Go right ahead.
I want to say thank you for the information. Maybe what you and I need to do, Wavy, we need to get together behind the scenes, put together a presentation and present it on this channel. We should do that.
We can do that. This is what I'm going to do. When I get off, even though whether you're still on or not, I'm going to put all of my information if I'm commenting. Because if I do it now while you live, I don't know if you noticed, they won't let a lot of personal information on the screen. But if I do it after you off in the comment section, I'm telling you, the audience, and Jose, look for my information in the comment section when the video ends. Does that make sense to you, sir? Yeah. Because you do know that if you try to leave it both times doing a live feed, even though I see it, they won't allow for the other people to see it. So I'm going to make it clear, my IG, YouTube, and both of my Facebook channels, I'll leave that information. You guys grab it. And again, I'll also keep you guys abreast. I got Shasta K coming up. I got the Breakfast Club coming up. I got Zaza Ali coming up. And even Leonard Honor got me coming back on his show. As somebody has already told you, I already worked with him anyway. But he wants me to really break down the in-depth of the tax laws and especially nonprofit, which are both my specialty. I hope I've helped the people. I hope I've given them some valuable information. Like Jose said, more so it can help them understand why Umar has done some of the things that he's done, continues to do, and what kind of moves, including trying to run to Africa, that he may make in the future. Because yes, brothers and sisters, you don't have to figure out if Umar knows he's under investigation. If you listen to the speech in New Jersey, he mentioned that he didn't know if it was the FBI. He did that little laugh behind it. Umar has a doctorate degree in psychology. He's not stupid, brothers and sisters. He know more about what's going on in his life. If his accounts are really frozen, Umar knows why they froze. Okay? Stop buying into this bullshit that I'm waiting for them to give me a check back. Anybody on here that had a checking account or savings account with $2, no, it don't take a bank almost two fucking weeks to do nothing in terms of redoing a bank account if it's something simple that you don't have anything to do about. So in other words, brothers and sisters, please stop drinking the Jim Jones Kool-Aid. please stop drinking the Jim Jones
Thank you
Kool-Aid.
so much.
Because if
Thank you so much.
the more you, let me say this, the more you believe in him, the more disappointing you're going to be when you standing up, see him standing in that court with those orange jumpsuits on. That's all I can tell you. Thank you for having me, brother. I'll leave my information. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your effort. And I just can only hope that the information that I provided in the last hour, sincerely, like it has done Jose, helps our people to understand what I mean when I say we have committed this monster. This is what we did to continue to feed him. And if you continue to do, especially with your link bank card, sending him money to his PayPals, knowing he's under investigation, don't be surprised when they come and knock on your door, even though you may not have done anything wrong. But you know, brother, again, they're not like the regular police. That's why FBI background, which is what I've had as a school teacher, is the hardest background to find because they pull up everything.
All right, Uncle Malik. Appreciate you.
Thank you, brother. I'm out. Thank you.
Peace. Leo Ashanti Gatherings trying to get some smoke. We're gonna let him make it, man. He was dropping some gems right there. We definitely got some information from Uncle Malik. Uncle Jose, man, how you felt about that?
That was good information. But what I think you and I need to do, we need to get together, put together some information, and put this out on both of our platforms. So we could probably do a dual stream about it. So when I sent you my email, that was my backup email. So what you can do when you want to email me, instead of the 3, just put a 2, and that will go to my main email, right? Just change the 3 to a 2, and you email me, and we'll put together some sort of show, and we'll see if we could dual stream it.
All right, we got to give you a new name too,
What do
man.
you think about that?
You can't be. You got to give us your real name. Your name Mbuktu. You got to give us your real name. You know what I'm saying?
My name is Jose. My name is
All right,
Jose.
we got my boy.
That is my real name.
Look it up.
Assalamu alaikum, Jesse. Hey, I'm about to run this. I'm about to run this game tape. I'm about to run this game tape.
Assalamu alaikum, y'all.
Assalamu alaikum. Mute out for me real quick. I'm about to run this game tape.
And let me jump off here, right? Super Wavy, I'm gonna jump off. Just change the 3 to a 2, and you got my main email, right? And then we can see what we could do, right? Peace out, Jesse.
All right, let me run this. Let me continue run this game tape. Jesse, listen to this shit.
I mean, he don't even, well, I tell you, he be lying. It don't even make no sense. Let's go.
I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver.
What are you talking about? Your nonprofit status has nothing to do with the bills, Umar. What is going on here? You had nonprofit status in 2020. These bills start in 2020, plus the bills that had accrued going all the way back to 2015. No, 2016. What are you talking about? These bills have absolutely nothing to do with nonprofit status. Now, the taxes would have something to do with that, yes, but the taxes are already paid. So what are you talking about, Umar? See, you know what Umar's doing? Because he's a liar, he's a pathological liar. And this is something I've noticed about him over the years, his memory. Lene talks about this. His memory is just not what it used to be. And he conflates things, he mixes things up. Right here, he's talking about the tax situation that was going on back in 2019 and 2020 when he didn't have tax exempt status. Anyone remember that? Hit the one? See, back then, when he gets tax exempt status in 2020, it's not retroactive. I've actually said that not many times. I've talked about that in the past. It's not retroactive. So that's why back then, in taxes, it all accumulated $172,931.86.
Let me pause this video. All right.
Bless up, family, man. I'm in tune. I was just listening to the one brother who was talking about Dr. Umar. For me, knowing the brother personally, the man stand on law. This what the system want our people to do, to turn on a brother, to disrespect the brother, to belittle the brother, when a brother ain't took a dime. When a brother ain't took a dime, he purchased the property. Anybody who out there knows about ownership with commercial property, family, it takes time. Unfortunately, brother Umar, he probably didn't have a general contractor. He didn't have a financial department. He just one man. And I'm speaking on law, bro. Too many people speaking out of line, disrespecting the brother, belittling the brother when he show face, when he still uplift his people, when he's still out here impacting, going out here coordinating, trying his hardest, bro. The brother really lived the lifestyle. So I say this, and I don't even live a full. Me as a black man, I don't even live no full time. I'm at work right now, but you got brothers like Dr. Umar that put their life on the line. They don't work no 9 to 5. So for me, speaking up for the brother, which is my brother, is too many individuals running that tongue, and they never been in the shoes of ownership. And when you a black man like Dr. Umar, who's trying to open up a school, bro, to the family on his level, he has encountered so many challenges that he don't even talk about. He don't even talk, he don't even let the fam know, because it's the people will never understand it because they don't know nothing. Just being honest. And the main thing that they don't know about is the process, because we in the United States of America. He can't just buy a property and open up a school. So to people out there that say the brother took the money, that is self-explanatory right now to zip the mouth. Okay, he purchased the property. So a lot of people out there that saying that he took this significant amount, we need to hold that. It's too much suspicious out there and not enough support for what this brother done. We can't forget all the work this brother been involved in. We can't forget all the activism. We can't forget all the public speaking of him just taking his life and saying, I'm gonna go to this city and fight for this cause for my people. A lot of people forget all that shit, right? So now you got the police on you, and we live in a society where motherfuckers love seeing a nigga get locked up. We live in a society where motherfuckers love seeing a black man get fucked up. We live in a society where no comments on that. But I'm just speaking on my brother. The brother ain't broke no law. He ain't broke no foundational on the law for the revolutionary movement. He ain't broke no law. So it's too many individuals out here jumping to conclusions as if they graduated and passed the motherfucking bar, as if they really own a business. It's so many motherfuckers don't even own a goddamn house on this motherfucker. It's too many motherfuckers out here talking shit, not knowing he didn't risk his life. He didn't risk his life. He didn't risk his life for us. But it's all a joke. See, this shit ain't gonna hit the fan and everybody gonna get sympathetic, not to something that happened to him physically and he get fucked up. That's when everybody gonna get the boo-hoo crying and shit. But it's gonna be too late right then, because he ain't got enough support. And this right, and that brother who was speaking beforehand, this is one of the main reasons why. One of the main reasons why we never elevate to that level. Because during a time like this, it's self-explanatory how we gonna treat our own. And he ain't even broke no law yet.
Hey, peace to you, brother Leo.
Blessings,
The brother that you were speaking on, Malik, he says, ask Leo, is anything I said a lie?
He's speaking more off the emotion though, bro. I mean, all I'm saying is, all I'm saying, fam, is let's give more support and less suspicious, because he ain't broke no law. Out of all the sick shit that exists with many leaders, Broden held it down consecutively, year after year, where people try to find a fucking flaw on him. They want to find something fucked up. Oh, he do drugs. Oh, he fuck with this chick. He fuck with that. They want something fucked up to happen to him. They want something fucked up because he been doing it so long. So when you're a man on that caliber, a lot of people, that psychological stress that brother need, man, he need assistance, bro. He needs security, bro. He need protection, man. He need more builders surrounding him. But we live in a society where the chip, the new phone, is the new division. It's the new division. And if they control the motherfucking mind, it's definitely doing his job. Because it'll be a long time before we have a brother of his caliber that obligates their life full time to this shit. It'll be a long fucking time. So you know, man, it hurts me. I'm just being honest. It hurts me. It angers me like a motherfucker. Part my Swahili, but I said I won't use no profanity, but it angers me like a motherfucker. He risked his life. I don't think people understand this shit. When people go to work with a 9 to 5, when they wake up thinking about themselves, but you got to be a different type of human being to wake up and think about other people who look just like you, that might be underprivileged, that might be uneducated, that might be uninvolved, and he put his fucking life on the line. That
Let me ask you
Leon
this.
guy, pardon me, but before I just want to say that Leon guy, deep down, he's jealous of brother Umar. Deep down, he wish he had Umar's balls and fucking nuts to implement something so big. See, Leon, that type of nigga he went to school with, right? And Leon, like, he admire him, but he's envy of him. So he got a deep fucking hatred. He got so much hatred toward the brother that he didn't became like obsessed with him. And he done made a lot of other people become obsessed with that type of behavior. Deep down, Leon wished that he had Umar's balls. That's what it is deep down. And I ain't gonna even knock Leon, because you know he an intellectual brother, but he ain't got the fucking balls. He ain't trying to build no fucking school.
And let me ask you this. So if I'm trying to understand your perspective, you basically saying the donations that he got from the people, him doing the work that he's been doing over the years, he deserves the salary. That's what you're basically saying. He deserves
Of course he deserves. How is he gonna eat, bro? How is he gonna pay? How is he gonna I don't want to be long-winded, bro. It's basic common sense, bro. He can't do it, bro. But of course his heart there, bro. So of course the brother might have to pay himself to pay his bills and take care of his kids and do whatever obligations he has and his priority of his life. I don't know all that personal shit, but I know as a black man, you're gonna have bills, homie. If you love women, if you love your queen, she gonna want to go out to eat. She gonna want to be taking places, and you're gonna want to treat her. So yeah, the brother definitely, in any nonprofit organization in America, whoever is in that nonprofit, I'm pretty sure there's a 90% chance they are receiving financial income in their pocket. They have to, whether they're the director or whether they're the assistants. If that nonprofit is generating money, any person that's serving that nonprofit deserves the right to have at least shelter, food, etc. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, the brother deserves a salary. And I ain't ashamed to say I support the brother. I support him. So to anybody out there who might be saying, "Oh, I'm a brother that supports Dr. Umar." If he knocked on my door, right?
Let me ask you this: is if looking at it now, we in 2025 August, they say they go take his school in 11 days. Looking back at it now, is there anything that you hold Dr. Umar accountable for?
He needed help. He needed help, bro. He needed help. His heart was pure, but he needed help, bro. And I think psychologically, I'm gonna be 100 about it. I think psychologically, when you live in that lifestyle, bro, you got so many people that'll blow your motherfucking head off for 2 stacks. So when they know you a black man, you got all this donation money, he gotta watch it with the general contractors. In that type of business, anybody that know anything about real estate, I'm an investor. I'm gonna get this shit. I work my 9 to 5, but I own properties with an S type shit. You feel me? Sit over 15 years of my life. I've been owning since I was 17, my nigga. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. I was in the United States Navy at 17. This ain't no movie right here. I'm talking about ownership, right? So when you on a level like Dr. Umar, he has so many people coming at him trying to take advantage of him because he might be uneducated where he don't know how to find an architect to draw out the plans. Anybody out there to know about building, when you buy a commercial property, the papers alone that could run you $20,000 fucking dollars. just for an architect to draw out the plans for a general contractor. So it's so much money involved. Bro don't specialize in that shit, but his heart was pure. So yes, where he went wrong at, he didn't have a team. He probably was paranoid than a motherfucker. Because when it come down to black men, if you know, when it come down to black men, bro, they want to know, oh, he's stealing already. It was motherfuckers saying he was stealing before this day even came. Because they hated him. Because Dr. Umar, he is a double sword. And I hate to say this. I'm just speaking heart to heart. Anybody out there who's a revolutionist like that, I cannot live that lifestyle because you're fucked. It's a double sword. Your people, that type of lifestyle, you are a double sword. So with that being said, bro, that's the man. He don't have a team. He ain't have no assistants. His heart was pure. His heart was in the right place. But it takes a lot. With man, I'm messing up the lie, bro, because I feel I'm throwing off the energy. I'm hyped. I'm hyped, bro. Because I got love for the brother. You feel what I'm saying? It like when he come to this city, I make sure that I got guys doing security type shit in the motherfucking building type shit. You feel me? Like it's that type of love, bro. So you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know out here, man. You forget he risking his life. He didn't already risk. What else he got to prove? What else he got to prove? When he come to this city.
All right, hold up real quick. Uncle, you back. Go ahead. You said you want to respond to the brother Leo.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know out here, man. You forget he risking his life. All right.
Malik got YouTube on in the background. All right, Uncle Malik, you got the flow.
Oh, brother Leo, how you doing, man? I'm so sorry you got emotions involved in facts, brother. And that's part of the.
When you got love for somebody, brother, you gonna have emotions for them. So don't come on here with no sarcastic behavior. Obviously, you ain't got no love for your brother because you don't know loyalty. You don't know loyalty. A lot of you motherfuckers ain't loyal to shit. You don't know loyalty, bro. You are disrespectful. You are disrespectful. You are disrespectful.
Language, brother. Language.
Hold on real quick, Leo. Let him get it out, and I'm gonna let you go right after him, Leo.
Is he gonna speak? Am I gonna speak?
You got the flow, Malik. You that real quick.
Okay. Everything he's talking about has nothing to do with business. Everything Leo is speaking about, that's why he made it clear that that's his friend. I understand that. But let me educate Brother Leo on something. I have traveled the world with Umar Johnson. I told you, if you listen, I told him free advice as a licensed, not only contractor. So I owned my own home and several others as well, brother. Built them from scratch, Walgreens, Home Depots, and Sam's Clubs as well. I gave Umar Johnson way back in 2015, standing in the Berkeley Repertory Theater in Berkeley, California, free advice that people charge me for. Umar Johnson, do not take that money and do what the hell with it that you want. I don't know nothing about him speaking. I don't care about that. We're talking about nonprofit laws and what he reported to the IRS, which while you sitting in your car, instead of being on the computer defending him, go pull up the records and see for yourself. He reported to the United States government in the last 4 years. He has collected $0 in the last 2 years. We know that for a fact. We know his nonprofit was revoked in 2022. It's on public record. Get out your feelings and do some work, brother, because you talking about, let me tell you something. Don't tell me nothing about a black. Don't, you either mute him or
y'all expecting the man to have an administrative department, bro. Y'all expecting the man to have an administrative department.
Hey, Leo, he about to finish up. I'm gonna let you go right after him, Leo. Go ahead, Uncle Malik.
Don't tell me nothing about a man putting his life on the line. I don't know who he think he talking to. First of all, I am a student of the late Dr. Huey P. Newton, who really put his life on the line. I am a student of the late Dr. Khalid Muhammad, who really put his life on the line. I am a former student of the teachings of the late, great Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I have stood post for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Ain't nobody running after Umar Johnson, because his ass would have been gone a long time ago. He's not that goddamn important. You're speaking about feelings and emotions, which is why he's in the very position that he's in now, because brothers like you don't want to hold him accountable. But guess what? I've held every friend and every family member accountable. So the feelings that you have for Umar Johnson that makes you come up with these excuses, and I'm going to end it with this, brother, and I'm gone. Because this brother ain't going to let me raise my blood pressure over.
You ain't got to go nowhere.
No. I'm going to say this one more time. I've been on 11 shows, starting with, including yours. There's always been 2 or 3, just like this Leo, that comes out the woodworks, totally eliminate the facts, and go into personal feelings. My question is, he never answered your question, as well as those that also commented, is anything that I said or I'm saying is a lie?
He has the expectations of Dr. Umar to have an administrative financial department. He got the expectations
It's a yes.
People on his staff. He has the expectations.
Question, so super. It's a yes or no question. Anything I say is a lie. That's all I'm asking. Yes or no.
Hold up. He gonna answer you. He gonna answer you, but I don't want you to leave. I want you to hear what he got to say.
Brother, if he not there, I didn't ask. I'm an educator, brother. Okay, I got doctor's degrees in my family. When Umar was shooting in the room.
So you don't want to hear what he got to say? So you don't want to hear what he got to say?
This is what I'm saying.
Back in on your next slide, bro. I'm on her back in on your next slide, man.
I didn't ask for an explanation. That's what he's giving me. That's what you're trying to justify him, with all due respect, Super Duper. I didn't ask for an explanation. Hold on. I asked a yes or no question. Yes or no question.
Check me out. He don't really care about your facts. He's saying don't tear down a black man. So he already answered your question. But let him respond, and I want you to hear what he got to say. Let's have a conversation. Don't go nowhere. Go ahead, Leo.
To the ancestors, brother, that you've been surrounded with in your past, I respect that, and I love it that you got that experience with some of the founders of Black America. But Dr. Umar Johnson is definitely gonna fall into that category because he's still living, and that's just the respect I got for the brother and the love of the work of what I've witnessed of the work. So I'm not gonna compare him, and I'm not gonna let you get on here and belittle him. Let me just say that because guess what? He is one of the most known activists right now. So it's a reason why we talking about the brother. It's a reason why he floating on social media right now. It's a reason why his name in the headlines. It's a reason why the media loving this pure separation. It's a reason why. So he must be somebody. He must be, but people don't know that. And what else people don't know, they got the expectations of him to have some administrative department that's working for his nonprofit organization where he can print out and get all these documentations done. Come on now, fam. Come on now. The brother one man, because in a nonprofit only getting so much money, so he only can pay the GC so much. Just to come on now. And not only that, yes, I respect any black. Listen to me. This is where the separation comes in. It's a lot of black men out there that own property, but it's a whole different spiritual level when you got property and you're building it for your community. See, brothers like me and this brother with his red hat, we own property to make a profit. But Dr. Umar, But Dr. Umar chooses to purchase a property to uplift his people. That's all I'm gonna say. That's a whole different level of a person. That's all I'm gonna say. And because he ain't got no HR department, because he don't have a publicist, because he don't okay. Fam, y'all don't see we see all the challenges the brother got. Now he's really in a position, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I wish I had some finances to help assist the brother with some law criminal shit. Cause I don't wish that on his brother. But it seems like a lot of people out there, maybe you got a little bit of envy because you saw you because if anything, because if and you as a GC, you would have stayed on his ear. You would have been blessing him with electricians. You would have linked him up with a plumber. You would have been got the motherfucking security doors fixed up in there and got that shit up to code. You would have hooked them up with them connects. So obviously somewhere, maybe he didn't have enough money. Maybe his nonprofit didn't have enough to pay this prophet man. And just because you follow the ancestors, brother, that don't mean you out here risking your life. I'm not disrespecting, but just because you are around, bro, Dr. Umar is risking his fucking life for us. If he died today, that nigga in Black history. And I'm gonna be that he in Black history. So for you to sit up here and say this, I hate when people do that. I hate because he's risking his life, bro. He's risking, but he's risking his life. Just like Huey P, you said that I love, just like Khalid Muhammad, who I love, just like I love. Umar is doing the same thing, but he's in a different lane, bro. So what makes no, I'm not even about to have no conversation with that.
Let him respond. Let him respond to you.
But you're missing a lot of things about what the brother has done. His resume, bro. I'm sorry for yelling, fam, man. You messing with my vibe, bro. I'm starting to sweat, bro. You getting me hyped up.
Good,
you missing a lot of things.
Leo, you good. You good. Let him respond to you.
I can assure you, Leo did not hear this conversation from the time that I got on talking about nonprofit. It's impossible that he could have heard that and then turned around and said the things that he said. First of all, I heard you on
the other show, bro. You was on somebody else's show, bro. I'm gonna be 100. I heard you on somebody else, and
I've been on 10, sir. I've been on 10, sir, and no one has questioned my credentials and my information. So can I talk?
Giving out suspicious and give support. You need to stop giving out suspicious and give fucking support. That's what you need to do. Give support. Because you throwing out suspicious seeds.
Hold up, Leo. Let him respond. Leo.
You know what you just did? You know what you just did? You just set yourself up to answer my simple yes or no question. You just accused me basically of giving out fraudulent information.
I never said you giving out too much suspicious. You giving out suspicious, bro. That's wrong, bro.
Suspicious means non-factual, sir. So I'm going to ask you again. Non-factual also means a lie. So if you can be quiet for a minute, don't give me an explanation. This is a simple yes or no question. You've seen me on several shows. I've asked you now. This is going to be my second or third time. Super Wavy has asked you once. So don't go into your feelings and your tirades. Answer my suspicious question. Anything that I've said on this show is a lie. Yes or no, or I'm not moving forward with anything. You said suspicious. The people that are on this audience are not stupid. They know what suspicious means. That means it's not factual. It's possibly not true. I'm telling you to your face, man to man, camera to camera. Everything I said is factual. 75% of it is verifiable public information. With that being said, has anything I said, yes or no, a lie?
He ain't got no love for Dr. Umar. You got some people that just hate the brother, bro. You can't, and he's one of them.
You didn't answer my question, sir. You still speaking from emotions. This ain't about no emotions, brother. We talking about livelihoods. You love Umar so much. Answer my simple yes or no question. Anything that I said, not just this show, the other 10 shows that I've been on, I didn't ask to come on any of them because my information is valid. Why? Because 75% of it you can pull up for yourself. You're not going to do it because you already know your emotions, and I'm going to forgive you for that. I understand when you're friends, especially from a child with somebody. That's what I'm saying. You couldn't have heard me from the day one that I got on here. I understand you love Umar. I understand we look for saviors and all that. Umar has faults that is putting his life in line in terms of going to prison. Because if anybody would have wanted to do anything to him physically or otherwise, he stands in front of abandoned buildings 2 or 3 days a week, 2 or 3 hours at a time. He's not that important. Okay? Malcolm is in history books, museums. Huey is in history books and museums. Huey went and busted in the Capitol in 1966 when Ronald Reagan was the mayor and got gun laws changed. Okay? We know what Minister Farrakhan has done. We know what Dr. Collins has done. You tell me anywhere that Umar Johnson has been where somebody was trying to threaten his life. He hired popcorn security to protect him. They ain't gonna step on a grape at a farmer's market. So you're listening. Answer my question. Because guess what? It's not just what I'm saying. Look at the people who are not on camera and read the damn comments. Tell me anything that I've said about Umar Johnson that's a lie. Don't talk to me about what he couldn't have done having a nonprofit. That's why I said you must didn't hear my lecture. You write a goddamn grant and the people get a fucking salary. What the fuck are you talking about? You ain't got no excuse.
Yeah, Uncle Malik, I'm gonna be honest with you. He didn't have a rebuttal for none of the facts. He was more so just saying he still want to get a brother the benefit of the doubt. I don't know why.
No. Well, I can tell you why. And it's okay. That's what personal feelings mean. He's talking about personal. Everybody on this feed, including Natural 70s, we're talking about business. You don't mix business and personal together. You learn that in elementary school. That's also why he's in trouble now. So I do get it. I'm not ignorant to the Leos of the world. We're not talking about personal. We're not talking about him on the stage and who's protecting him. We're talking about nonprofit, 501, 503, 504, and broken tax laws that he submitted. So I'm going to ask any one of you in the woods, Umarians, tell me anything that I said and said now, business. That's a lie.
Jesse, assalamu alaikum. Okay, Jesse, you there? Probably gotta unmute your mic. Any Umarians in the chat? Any goddamn Umarians in the chat? Uncle Malik is letting it go.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam. How y'all brothers doing?
I'm doing great, brother.
How you feel about the show, Jesse? Jesse, you there? All right, Jesse probably had to go pray. Most they pray 6 times a day.
Okay. Let me address one more point that Leo brought up. We already know not having enough help in profit. That's bullshit. I covered that. Now let's talk about something else he said. He got into the contractor aspect of it. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to tell you this one more time. I'm a licensed contractor that not only have built homes across this country from the dirt to the roof, I have helped build Walmarts, Sam's Clubs, and Home Depots across this country. The first person you hire, even before you hire a contractor, Leo, is what's called a project manager. Project manager. The project manager hires the general contractor, because running any kind of company, any kind of business, any kind of nonprofit, which is why you have to have a legitimate board, nobody can do everything. So Leo is not saying anything magical that anybody with common sense doesn't know. But he has no excuse for all the things that Leo says, because he had enough money, even without the grants, to hire all the help he needed to start with the nonprofit. You have to have minimum 3 people on the nonprofit board. All of them would have gotten a salary, but that's money Umar that's less money Umar would have had to spend on himself. Let's stop being stupid here. And I'm not saying we are, but I'm just saying in general. In terms of the contract, all that stuff Leo is saying out of emotions. You hire a project manager. When I have helped build churches, the pastor appoints a contract manager from the church house. That contract manager, brother and sisters that are living, I'm just going to use this church. Mama Medea or Deacon Jones, whoever he appoints as the contract manager through what we call, y'all have heard this for, the building fund. You hire a contract manager that represents the church. That contract manager is responsible for hiring a general contractor. That way, the contractor represents the work. Mama Medea represents the church. Everybody's on the same page. And then what happens is, if you're not a general contractor like I am, that can do everything, as you go into phases of building, you bring in what's called, you subcontract. So when it's time for the electrician to come in, the head contractor that the lady of the church hired is going to bring in his electrician. He's going to bring in his drywaller. He's going to bring in his painter. Leo has nothing, he doesn't know what he's talking about, because he's speaking out of emotions. I've been emotional. Emotions, that's why I tell you I don't like to cater to feelings and emotions, because they block the common sense. They block the common sense aspect of your brain to keep you from receiving the truth. No one on this feed, even in the comment section, on any show that I've been on, and none that I'm scheduled to be on, has been able to call me a lie. This is not about anything to do with Umar personally. It's everything about using my expertise to get the information out to the people. So hopefully we will not build another Umar in the black laboratory again. I don't give a damn who don't like it. And let me say this one more time. I don't give a damn how much Leo loves Umar. Umar is not important enough to any white man anywhere in this country and the world, or his ass wouldn't be able to get on a plane and travel like he do. He's not that important, Leo. I'm sorry to tell you that. Now, when you get to the level of me, where I've stood with the minister, where I've stood and protected college, where I've stood and learned about how to use a gun and how to go on police watch with antennas and scanners and radios like Huey P. Newton, where I had the white shirt on, the black jeans, and a beret as a little boy. Come talk to me about Umar Johnson. He's not on the same level. Every name that I've mentioned all across this country, they're just not in history books. They're in museums, including in China, across this country and the world. So with all due respect, Umar is not that important, and I don't want to leave out things like Sister Naturally has said. Unless you are blind and can't hear, Umar has turned down free labor. What you gonna say about that, Leo? A family offered him a land to where he could take the donations and he wouldn't have had to buy contaminated land, abandoned buildings. He could have took the millions of dollars and started from scratch on fresh soil land. It's all on record. He also turned that down because anybody else that works with Umar going to ask questions, which means he would not have been able to take minimum 1.6 million up to 5.5 million dollars from his black people. Now, he loves Africa. He goes on to Africa and badmouth black Americans over here. Fuck the FBA. We're not worthy of it. But he has yet to make a video, Leo, asking the Africans to help pay his $38,000 bill. He ain't asked one African for a donation for those bandos. Miss me with the bullshit, brother. Excuse my language. But I'm on a whole nother level. Because nothing I do is out of emotions. Everything I do is from me going to school, burning midnight oil, and learning my trade, and standing and learning from the best. So I'm going to say again, anybody, not just Brother Leo, with his emotions, tell me anything that I've said in all of my specialties, be it contracting, tax laws, 503 laws, just tell me if it's a lie and I'm gone. I'll shut up. I won't go no other show. I'm waiting.
Don't nobody want no smoke with you on that. Leo says, ask him how much just for the material for an electrician or plumber to get the material for 4 buildings. He had a non-profit, bro.
It doesn't matter. He can do whatever he wants through non-profit status. Companies will do work for free. Hello? He didn't pick up on this like some of you may not have. So let me break it down to you, Leo. All of those people that were offering a free service, tax write-off, Leo. Tax write-off. The best way to get a tax write-off is to donate to a nonprofit, Leo. Hello? Hello?
All right. So let's see. Leo said Uncle Umar needed help. Let's check out. This is Lord Jamal right here. He's saying he tried to help Umar.
Before you show the video, what help is he talking about? What help is he talking about?
Say it again, Uncle. Say it again, Uncle Malik.
Before you show the video, I've covered every category that we're talking about on the business side, not on Leo's side of the fence with emotions and friendship. On the business side, I've covered every category. So my question to Leo is, what help is he talking about? No one else on this feed is asking that question because I've explained it. I've explained the nonprofit and the purpose of having a board to take that pressure off of him. I've explained how you hire a project manager also through nonprofit who would have gotten a salary tax-free, who would have hired a contractor. So I'm asking Leo, before you show this video, I'm going in my room to look on the screen. What help and what business category is he talking about?
All right, let's wait for him to comment. Hold up, let's check out this.
In his eyes, told him, I don't need no help. So he built the school up from scratch, okay? He has a offer him to build out of whatsoever. But because Umar Johnson has said this, people like myself, I can no longer offer him to build out of, hey man, he bought the school for this. The school needed a lot of fixing. He didn't have enough money to fix it up. I don't have that excuse no more because according to Umar Johnson, the school is state of the art. Now, this is where Umar Johnson becomes really unhinged. Lord Jamar began to tell Umar Johnson that he has a father-in-law who built a school himself. He built the school up from scratch, okay? He has a functioning school right now that's doing really well and prospering. That father-in-law told Lord Jamar, I would mentor Umar Johnson. I would give him the steps on how to get funding, outside of donations, on how to build up the school, on what steps he could take
I could solve all of his problems or help him work through problems that he's having as somebody who may be incompetent or trying to start the school up. So the incompetent excuse no longer works because Umar Johnson looked Lord Jamar in his eyes and told him, I don't need no help. I don't need help. I need donations. So at that point, it's like, bro, so now you can't use the excuse of, man, he just
He told the brother, I don't need no goddamn help. I just need donations. Lord Jamar said he had a father-in-law. Lord Jamar said he had a father-in-law that got a school, and he created his school from the ground up. And Umar told him, I don't need no goddamn help. I just need some donations. So yeah, man, there you go, man. Look like Uncle Umar didn't want no help.
So,
you there, Uncle Malik? Umar didn't want no help, man.
am I on the mic?
Yeah, you got the floor.
Here we go again. Verifiable information. I guess Flacco, who used to defend Umar at all costs. I guess Flacco hates Umar too because he's telling the truth. My point is there's some more free help. And I seen the show on Lord Jamar. More free help that he turned down. Why? Because there's no money for Umar to put in his pocket with free help.
Right. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact, man. Yeah, man, the gig is up, man.
So tell me, Leo, even though he's already had one nonprofit violated, the white man that he hates, the government that he's such a threat to, turned around and gave him another chance with this nonprofit, and he's already in violation because he has one member himself. So again, not on the personal, emotional side. I want somebody to tell me any lie that I've told in my specialty. I'm waiting.
You ain't tell no.
I guess unlike me, who's been on Leon's ass for 10 plus years, showing receipts. See, one thing about a receipt, that's why you get them from a store, brothers and sisters. Receipts don't lie. Show me one video where Umar Johnson has shown a printed receipt for any of the tens of thousands and millions of dollars that he has, even for the crooked, will never pass inspection doors that he so proudly showed off. I'll wait.
The doors wasn't even the right size doors. Them goddamn doors had wrong handles on them. They was wrong size. But just last week, he said he still got to put the floor. You had this goddamn building for over 6 years, and you ain't got the floor. You ain't put the floor down. It was one time where he was asking people on live to come help him paint the building. Do you remember that, Uncle Malik? Where he asked us to come help paint the building?
There's nothing about Umar I don't know. Let me ask you a question. You know how many trades come in building and construction, right? I'm gonna go, man, because y'all. I asked him to let this show raise my blood pressure. I'm gonna ask anybody on the show to ask me one question. Go to public records and show me one permit that's been pulled. I had to get a permit to open up the walls in my house for sheetrock, even though I'm putting them in myself. Show me. Go to public records and show me. He's owned the building for 6.5 years. Show me one receipt, one permit.
Uncle Malik is saying that goddamn school was a holdover. That school was a pale horse. God damn it!
It's a cash cow. He needs that building. And if you don't think I'm lying, wait till they take the building, book me on the show, and I guarantee you're going to see him. Let it be a show about how Umar's entire attitude has changed. I'm going to say this one more time. I don't give a fuck how Leo feel about it. Take the school. Take a camera and a microphone away from Umar. He's an educated nigga, homeless and unhoused, walking around with nothing to do.
Right.
I wasn't being funny, brother, when I said you can meet PhDs all over this country in homeless encampments and homeless shelters. Umar, in other words, the building helps with his image. Okay? The stage, the microphone, the cameras, all that is imagery. But let me give you something that I educated the people on that's very, very important that I forgot. All of that I just told you is called illusion of progress. Look at what the word illusion means. It's illusion of progress. Make it look like I'm doing something. Make it look like I bought this, I bought that. That's why every time he's on camera at the school, he makes sure the letters in the brightly painted building is on camera. So for those into their emotional feelings like Leroy, those that are just blatant foolish followers, and it's called illusion of progress. Illusion of progress. It's just like talking loud and saying absolutely nothing. Make it look like I'm doing something. Keep the money coming in. Y'all, we got to help. Where y'all go? I need donations for the floors. I'm going to need me a defense team. Everything about Umar has to do with sexing a woman or getting money. Call me a lie.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Who building a boys' school? The representation of the kind of black educated men that raised me get on there and would mention 5'5", thick in the thighs. What the fuck does that have to do with a school? You disrespected them black boy's mother, goddamn fool. Just because you got a degree don't mean you got common fucking sense.
Right.
Umar, you got common sense. Nothing to do with having a fucking degree.
He on the show on YouTube talking about she got to be tight. She got to be tight for me. She got to be tight for me.
Now let me ask you a question. Say you a woman and a mother. You got a 2 or 3 year old walking around that say we gonna pretend like the school get built. By the time that kid get 5 or 6 years old, listen to me, brother, and the listening audience. Would you want your child to go to that school under Umar's guidance?
That's over with.
Very simple question.
That's over with.
Say it again,
That's
sir.
over with. You said it's right down the
See what
street.
this person?
You just say it's right down the street from a penitentiary.
Say it's under 2 miles of a level 5 penitentiary. I would say this one more time because all y'all pissing me off. It's a cash cow, and it wasn't by accident. In order for the $400 and something from PayPal to not be returned, he had to buy something, and he had to buy something fast. Period. That's why I broke it down to y'all that those buildings didn't just get put on the vacant property list to be torn down 2 or 3 months or even 2 or 3 years before Umar bought them. They've been on the vacant property list to be torn down for the last 12 years. But again, as I explained to you and Jose, it's not against the law to sell vacant abandoned property. In fact, the city would prefer you to buy it and open it up so they can get taxes off of it. This is not brain surgery, brothers and sisters, but you have to take feelings and emotions out of it. And like somebody just said, Umar Johnson been exposed. I'm not doing nothing that ain't already been done. But of course, if I have emotional ties to a man, woman, or child, of course it's gonna hurt my feelings. Right. But this Leo talking about Umar putting his life on the line. For who?
That's a fact.
For who? Because this is another question I'm glad you kept me on that's going to rock the house. Tell me any evidence, documentation, and even a picture of Umar doing anything for black boys anywhere within the 50 states of the United States of America. And we know they got a whole lot of poor black boys in Africa. Show me evidence, Leo. Show it to me, because I got mine. I'll wait. He putting his life on the line. For who? For who?
Unknown. Unknown says he's been living in the school.
That's my point. And then went over there, took over his mama's Section 8 apartment. Don't even care enough about her to know. Matter of fact, the sister that he's speaking about, Lene Stacks, me and her talk every day. She found out she had to help Umar stop so the lady wouldn't lose her Section 8. That's not Umar's apartment. He's not even supposed to be there. And Leo gonna get on here and tell the world Umar putting his life on the line? Who in the fuck care about a homeless hobo, like the sister said? So who he helping? Who he putting his life on the line for? I'll wait.
Right.
I've had people that have reached out to me, brother, in North Philly. Listen to me, audience. From seeing me on the shows, reached out to me that know Umar from childhood. They don't even like him in his home city. If his mama didn't live there, he wouldn't even go, because they got him scared of his own goddamn shadow. So he's putting his life on the line for who? I'm waiting. That fake abandonment, speaking of the school, thank you, Unknown. That fake breaking in he talking about. See, this is what I'm saying. You can be educated in one field and stupid in the other. Because Lyndon Honor showed some of the same stuff in that junky-ass apartment that he got evicted out of, including that TV. You seen it in the goddamn gym with all that fake powder thrown of it so he can do what? Hustle the goddamn people. Man, you're not at my level, Brother Leroy. You need to stay off platforms. You're too emotional, brother. This platform is for me to educate my people. Not you, Leroy. Not you, Leo. This is to educate the people all over the country. Not you, Leo. This is not a dating show for friendship and emotions. Am I right or wrong, brother? I don't want to speak for you. If I'm not mistaken, this is not about friendships and feelings and emotions. This is for me to do, like I was taught to do. Give my people the facts, so we will never go in a black laboratory and create a Umar Johnson again. I don't give a damn how his mama feel about it.
Damn.
She called him devil. Y'all don't ain't even thought about, out of 7 children and 5 boys, Umar is the only child as a teenager sent away to boarding school. So he wasn't no goddamn good when he was a child. Get the fuck out of here, Leo. Seven kids, the oldest boy, he's the only child sent away to boarding school. You think that was by accident? Oh, it's an accident, because and him and his father, just like as a child, still don't get along. And you know why he was sent away? Because the mother was playing favoritism to Umar, even over her 2 daughters, and the father, an ex-military, no-nonsense drill sergeant, sent his sorry soft ass away to not just a boarding school, a military boarding school. Get the fuck out of here, Leo. You're not on my level, brother.
Goddamn.
Hello? I'm waiting. I'm still waiting for anybody to tell you something I said was a lie. I'm waiting.
Nah, I think you've been.
I'm waiting.
You've been dropping them facts. You've been dropping them facts, man.
Brother, you don't have to stroke my ego.
Ain't nobody come up here. Nobody come up here and said you lying.
I'm waiting.
Ain't nobody come up here.
Let Let me ask Nationally 70. Let me ask, because I know I've been saying, ask her, am I lying about, I'm not, I don't want to put her on the spot, but I know she's been on here. And if it makes her feel better, if it makes the audience feel better, ask her to write in here that I'm lying. I'll wait.
Nah, nobody's saying you lying. I think it's just we ain't never heard about this GoFundMe and then using the school never was gonna open it. And the soil, the terminated, the bad soil, we ain't never heard that. So you definitely dropped some hitters that we could all look up. You know what I'm saying? So you did your goddamn thing.
So I'm gonna say it one more time. I'm gonna say this one more time. 75% of the information that I just gave each and every one of you, including his darling friend Leo, is public information. And just to show you in closing, super wavy, I think I told, no, it was last night's show. People have went to another computer while I was talking to pull up information to see if I was lying. And you know what they came back and say? That brother ain't lying. He right. I just pulled it up myself. See what she just said? I'm not lying at all. I'm telling you what people have done on every show that I've been on. Because anybody can talk. She said, that brother, and I'm going to tell you exactly what she did. This is why don't talk to me about Leo. That's emotions. She went specifically to the last 4 years of tax records. Umar tax preparer or whoever filed them taxes. So don't get mad at me and the listening audience, Leo. This is what Umar turned in. She said, that brother ain't lying. He got 2 zeros in 2 of the last 4 years on his taxes. And Ray Charles is blind and dead and can see that Umar ain't went 1 year and not collected a copper penny. Get your ass out of here, man. You fucking with my education and all of the skills I have that's certified. Don't do that to me, brother Leo. Don't do that to me,
Hometown business says, I think Umar was trying to hit an insurance lick on the school. Did he even have insurance on the school?
Thank you, sir. I was just getting ready to say that. I'm sorry, hometown business. You're wrong because he doesn't even have insurance on the bills.
He don't even got security cameras or alarms or nothing like that. I know he ain't got insurance.
And this is what I was saying, brother, with all due respect, so I can get out of here. It doesn't matter under the business side, which is all these listeners care about, what Leo say from the emotional side. Any and everything that we have talked about, including the security and all that you talked about, Umar had the money from taxpayers' donations to get it all. When I remodeled my house, the last thing I did was install my camera and my alarm. Because it doesn't make sense to install a camera and alarm first and then have to tape off the cameras and the alarms to paint the house. So you paint the fucking house first, make sure you're done painting it, the 3 colors I painted, and then you put the new lights up, the camera, and the alarm. Okay? This is what I do, brother. Go to my page and look up. Everything I'm telling you is going to match up with the same things you see on your page. Don't even talk to me about somebody like Umar putting his life on the line because he stand on top of a goddamn stage in the broad daylight and go talk to college and high school students. If you haven't stood next to Dr. Khaled, if you haven't stood next to Minister Farrakhan, if you haven't stood next and marched with Keith Muhammad, if you haven't stood next and marched with Dr. Huey P. Newton, it's an insult for you even to put in the same sentence about a so-called speaker putting his life on the line. No disrespect, brothers and sisters. I'm just telling you where I'm from. Remember I told you guys that Umar is the standard of people that don't know any better because he has a doctorate degree versus the doctors that raised me that were family men like my brothers, had children, bought their wives a home, took care of their children. Same way when you come to me, I can't speak for you, brother, and nobody else, but when you come to me and talk to me about a man putting his life on the line, to me, you sound like a goddamn fool. Because so you telling me You telling me you can put Dr. Khaled and Umar Johnson in the same chapter in the same book?
Never,
That's what you're telling
never,
me.
never.
You're telling me you're putting the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Louis Farrakhan on the same page in the same book as Umar Johnson. You're telling me, even from prison cells across this country, that you gonna put Umar Johnson in a museum next to Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. And guess what? You can do that, but you look and sound like a goddamn fool. I gotta go, brothers and sisters. Peace, love, and light.
Uncle Malik, I got you on Facebook. I'm gonna send you a message. We're gonna have to get you an interviewer over here next week or sometime. I'm gonna get in contact.
Oh, you got me on Facebook. I'm still gonna leave my information, like I told Jose when this video is ended. But since you can friendship with me, I'm finna go put my information in the box for you right now. Hey man, I didn't mean to get all out of check. That's not my thing. But the biggest problem we have in this country, not just with the Umar Johnson's fans, but you did hear me say this, brother. In all honesty, you got to give me my credit. Leo is the reason why we have Umar Johnson's among us, because we don't want to hold them accountable.
Right.
You take your feelings and emotions, and that makes you supersede all the wrong that Umar has done. And let me tell you something that I want to make very, very clear. Umar has hurt a whole lot of black people across this country. You can't allow Leo to get on here because of his emotions. Never mind me. You cannot allow Leo to get on here with his emotions and overlook that, brother, with all due respect. Umar has hurt a whole lot of black people. He hasn't done it in Africa. He hasn't done it in Cuba, where his bloodline is. That's why he's anti-FBA. That's why he's anti-reparations, because on his father's side, Umar grandmother and grandfather of Cuban descent. So that's why him lining up with this pro-African shit, Marcus Garvey would kick him in his ass. You can't be non-FBA running around here talking about Pan-African. Get your ass out of here. But again, this is what happens when our people don't do simple research. And I'm not sorry that Leo feels the way he does in terms of the emotions and then maybe their childhood friendship. I get that. But see what this brother keeps saying that I keep saying? I'm going to say it one more time. This brother said, hell no, Umar's just, how many times have you heard me say what I'm about to say? Take his cash cow, those abandoned buildings, shut down all of his lectures. Umar is an educated nigga, homeless hobo, living in North Philly that speaks well and is articulate. Also, but for the last time, to add on to what the brother just said, you can literally find a well-educated, articulate Umar Johnson, maybe with a double PhD, at your friendly neighborhood homeless shelter and in camp.
Under the bridge.
Peace, love, and light, brothers. Thank you for your support. I'm Brother Malik. I'm out.
All right, Uncle Malik, take it easy. Hey, man, I thank everybody for tuning in. I will be live again around 7, 8 o'clock. I got the electromagnetism gang in the building. I'll be live again 7, 8 o'clock. I got the electromagnetism gang in the building. And check out the shows we got coming up, man. We got a live lineup this weekend, going into this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's going down over here. So like, share, and subscribe. Uncle Umar, got to get that